Andre, I want to ask you.
Is that you?
And for our faithful listeners and viewers and stuff, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We want to try something new. We want to start off with an intro question. I know it's gonna be outside of the norm, but just rock with us real quick. Andre, should men marry for money?
They should consider it.
Explain.
They should know their potential wives' earning capacity and earning want or desire. And they should factor that in before they get married, because if she just doesn't like working, her thing is just like, I'm just going to stay home and do the home stuff. You got to go figure everything else out. Kind of old school style. You have to know what you're signing up for, that everything falls on you. And if you don't want to do that, you need to know this stuff ahead of time. So it's on an individual basis.
So city boys or no?
Okay, so what if a man is looking for a woman? Because now, like Sean said before we were rolling a little bit, that why should things be so traditional? Should men be able to marry a woman that could take care of them? Since it's 2019, fuck it. The feminist movement is popping. Everything is switched. Everybody's gay. We're about to be extinct.
That's niggas everywhere.
That was extreme.
I know.
I'm just saying, everything is just so flipped and reversed. But let's. I mean,
there is definitely an influx of hobosexuals. No, I said hobo, not homo. Hobosexuals. Yeah. Okay. I just had to enunciate that for the audience.
So for people who don't know what that term means, elaborate.
Hobosexuals are, especially men, who pretty much date for somewhere to live. So, in the warmer months, you don't see them as much. They're like deer. So it's like in the summertime, it's warmer.
You can sleep outside.
It's like more, it's the climate is more conducive to not necessarily need it. But then when it starts to get cold, niggas need to come indoors, and that's when that man gonna hit you up. Ladies like, hey boo, I miss you, and he needs somewhere to stay.
Don't you need somewhere to stay in the summer and the winter?
Yeah, but the kicker
can survive more in the summer.
Yeah, the summer is easier to, there's fountains and shit so you can get water. There's all types of stuff. In the winter time, it's brick, you can die.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Andre, what do you feel about that? Should men now be with how a lot of women out earn the men? We're talking about the Black community specifically. Should men be able to marry for money, as far as a woman that could take care of them?
Me personally, I wouldn't.
Why?
I'm gender roley like you, and kind of old fashioned with those things.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to be thrown in my fucking face at all, ever. So
it's variables. It's kind of maybe okay if it wasn't a negative connotation towards it, would that change?
Take care of me, but don't talk about it.
Because
now I wouldn't. It wouldn't be my thing. It still wouldn't be my thing. Even if society made it more acceptable than it actually has become, it still wouldn't be my thing. And internally, my internal system, it wouldn't.
You're a real man, because Rihanna could take care of me. I would be a fucking house husband. I would be in the house doing nothing. People he's a hobo. Yep. All of that.
And you cool.
Yep, I'd be cool with that. M's. Why the fuck would I be working if Rihanna could take care of me?
These 600 M's.
Yeah.
Right, you gonna go and bring $50K home and she fucking make it. She got $600 million.
It's no point in me even working. You know what I mean? She would what the fuck is this? I can't fill her fucking jet. Her gasoline.
That's gas for the turbo Porsche for the year. That $50K. Come on, bro. Just sit down in the house and make her fucking chicken nuggets when she wants nuggets.
Fuck all that.
Nuggets.
So we know it's not your thing.
Yeah.
But what would you suggest that? You know what I'm saying? Would you be okay with that if a friend of yours or your son or something like that was I'm just trying to get taken care of. These women out here, they doing it.
I live off these bitches, man. What's up?
Just like how women look, I need a man that's going to be able to provide,
Swipe 10 visas.
Get flown out. You got to get flew out,
Yeah.
So, would I tell them no, don't do it? My son, I would tell my son, don't do it.
Yeah.
A friend, if he says that's his thing, I don't have friends like that, so it's hard for me to.
Yeah.
My friends are kind of like me. I have some friends who are cool with being a little lackluster than others, but at least they still have some kind of income coming in. That might be less than her, but they still have some kind of income.
So all your friends are bosses.
Most of them.
Because I got janitor friends, worker friends, VP friends,
Well-
my friends all over the building.
Well, that's true. Even my
Every floor.
friends who might have 9 to 5s
Uh-huh.
or even janitor type jobs, they still have some boss shit on the
Gotcha.
side.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
See,
I got friends on every
I think we were kind, we were kind of joking. Like, I wouldn't want to be taken completely, care of. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that's just not in a man's nature. To
Most
me, that's
men-
not in a
most
man's
men,
nature.
yeah.
But like you were saying, like what Sabre asked you, if like you should be looking for credentials in a woman because say something happens to you, can she take care of all of the responsibilities until you get back on your feet? Not saying that you're going to stay stagnant in that place, but anything can.
You could get
happen.
hurt.
And, yeah.
Can you hold down the bills, or do you gotta go to OnlyFans?
Or also if you are if you're just dependent on your 9 to 5 and you some people you have to ask, are they ambitious? Because like if you have like I've seen a lot of like wives and husbands, they go into business together. So they have their regular 9 to 5
Yeah.
and then they have a separate. But then you might think your significant other is not supportive because you might be super ambitious and they might just be comfortable with their annual salary. So you have to ask those questions like
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a good point. I actually date women who are less ambitious.
Gotcha.
That's usually what I do.
Intentionally or
Intentionally.
because you want that extra time?
I want them to help me with my stuff.
That makes sense. That's strategic.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not mad at that.
I like a woman who can stay home and if we have kids, stay home with the kids and stuff like
No
that.
sack.
So,
I don't think women have a problem with that.
No, I mean most of them I mean don't have a problem with
Shit,
that.
I
So
got a problem with that. Get these motherfuckers up out of here. I'm sorry.
so
I can't do
I'm
it.
cool. So most of the women who I date, they're ambitious enough.
Yeah.
But they would be cool with falling back and holding down the house and
Yeah.
doing that
Laying
kind of
down the
stuff.
house.
But that is part of, helping you. I mean, that is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's work.
It's
Yeah,
to each
it's
his
work.
own.
It's work. Yeah.
Oh no, respect. I can't do it. Maternity leave was like, oh come on, man, hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. Like,
Everybody
Okay.
got a thing. Everyone got a type. It's good to know what works for you.
Yes, that is so true, and I'm under the belief, of a women's nature, and I will say this, and I know a lot of women they going like, including y'all, that
She
they don't
about to be
agree.
shady
I
boots.
do think that women are created to help their man. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to have an identity outside of that, but I do think that women are like you said,
you
not
come
that
from one little rib, and now this is what you give us.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
really
over
do.
it.
I think that we're built to be an asset to the man because men, they are
That shit out of here.
by nature, I would say, more logical. They can work a little bit harder than us because of nature. They can't. I'm not saying that we can't
didn't
work
say-
hard, but
I can't
when
make
it
a
comes to
face.
having but when it comes to having children
making
and stuff like
several.
that, and I'm assuming that that's what people do when they have families.
Mm-hmm.
There's downtime where you can't really produce as much as the man, so the men can naturally produce a little bit more than we can. And I think that we are created to assist them, and we can still have our identity
So you think?
outside of
So
that.
you think Eve had maternity leave? No, the bitch had to get up and get back in the field.
First of all, the
They
bitch
have no
didn't follow
kids.
instructions,
I don't
okay?
think-
First of all,
Anyway,
that was Adam's fault.
she
We're
can-
not gonna get on that.
Oh, okay.
That was
We're
definitely
not going to
Adam's
get into it
fault.
because I already know the story.
You know the
You,
story.
you
All
can
right.
twist it the way you want. We already know what
Look, if
happened.
the nigga had been taking care of home, she wouldn't have fell victim to no servant.
Gotcha.
Adam was out here wilding like shit. You know how wild it is.
Well, home, they was out there
You the
naked.
only
Wild
bitch
days.
on earth, and your dude
was-
still out in the streets.
It was wild time.
It wasn't no drugs to sell. It was no other females.
Gotcha.
He out here with the
That's what they
ball
say.
main leaves on. He had her in the house hungry. He was leaving her smoke signals on red.
I want to introduce our guest before we go any further.
Trash.
First of all, I'm Sabre,
I'm Yada.
I'm Sean.
and this is
No
No Disclaimers
Disclaimers
Podcast,
Podcast.
the best show in the motherfucking DMV.
You heard?
Today, we have a very, very special guest who came all the way from New Jersey this time, but he lives in Atlanta also. Like, he's a real estate guru, an entrepreneur, the master of passive income, I would say. Okay, something that a lot of people need to get into. Okay, these days, we have Mr. Andre Hatchett, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited. Okay.
Super excited.
Yes, we were so excited to have you here. We just cannot thank you enough for coming out.
Totally.
Pleasure. It's an honor.
Yeah, for a lot of people who don't know who you are, we'll have you talk about a little bit of who you are first. But I would encourage you out there to Google this man and look up all the things that he has to offer and all the things that he teaches. So first, Andre, please let people know what it is that you do.
Cool. I came from New York too. I came from New York. not
Oh,
New
New
Jersey.
York.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
about
New
to
York.
correct you.
Okay, you know what I'm
Definitely say
saying.
Yonkers.
New Jersey
You can't-
sucks. Yeah, we don't like New Jersey.
Okay, I'm
People-
sorry.
this
He
is-
came from New York. Okay.
But thank you for the great intro. Yeah, so
Thank you. Thank
hello
you.
everybody. Great to be here. My name is Andre C. Hatchett, a longtime entrepreneur, 37 years old, 3 books, and previous entrepreneurship. I was a teacher's aide. I worked with autistic kids and Down syndrome kids. Clean schools, was a janitor as well. Been a full-time entrepreneur since I was 27. I started entrepreneurship when I was like 9, 10, 11. We were shoveling snow. We were like real old school Jamaican with it. Sold lemonade, sold candy at school. And,
Did you have a permit?
no permit at all. Yeah, I bought my first crib when I was 22, so I got 23, and
That's dope.
That's major.
I started my first notary company at 23, which I still have, and we've taught. Now I teach people how to do this stuff online. I have several online teaching platforms, and I'm loving it. Loving the journey.
That's what's up.
Thirsty, Sabrina?
That's what's up. First of all,
He came in here
you're not about
making
to
me
do
look
that.
super weak.
No, it's always good to have another male on the show. Sean likes that very much.
I love it.
And we're gonna try not to act different. I'm gonna try not to act different today on this episode, because when you have somebody that's like that you kind of look up to in a way, that's doing like things that you want to do, I think that's super amazing. That's super dope. So we got to still keep it ratchet. You know what
I
I mean?
hope so.
Okay.
I would hope this is not going to
I
change.
don't
up.
change,
This
so-
needs to be right. Thank
No,
you, Sabrina,
because
for the
I bring the
comment.
ratchet on the show.
I'm not
so-
going to lie. I was going to come in here with a suit. And I was like, oh, this thing got on a t-shirt. I would have been overdressed.
No, man, you ain't worn a suit all in the past 2 years. You ain't wearing one now. No.
No, because this is like true Black excellence, and it's rare that we get in front of people who are actually doing the work.
Yeah,
you're
you really in the field.
I
for
appreciate
yourself
it, yeah.
and for the community, and that was something else I wanted to bring up out of being petty, because I just felt I'm just in that spirit today.
Rock
so
out.
you told us your background. I did not know you worked with autistic kids, and I didn't know that you were a janitor. I think that's a
Yeah.
good inspiration for people out there who may not be making the money that they want to make and doing the things that they want to do quite yet, but
Yeah, so we talked earlier about what men do and all that stuff. So having any kind of job is always above being broke for me.
yeah,
Any day of the week. So if
Facts.
I got to clean the school,
yeah.
I had days where those kids spat at me and went number 2 on themselves, and it got done. It
Wow.
wasn't always happening.
I was a maintenance consultant one time.
Oh my God.
Consultant.
Who did you
There we
consult
go.
with? The trash? The fuck? Who
See,
did you
look at-
consult
The
with?
maintenance consultant.
You see how they...
No,
I'm here for you. I'm here for
Look,
you.
hold on.
You was a
It was
sanitation-
cool when you was, I don't... And then when I said it, who the
Because
fuck
he
you
didn't
You was
say
a
no
sanitation technician. Okay.
I will respect that custodial something, but
He was a waste
maintenance-
analyst.
Yo, if that was my
Consultant.
fucking title. That was my title.
Was
When I
it?
filled out the application, that's what it was.
You
Oh,
was-
It
what
is
did you
what it is.
consult?
He was a waste analyst.
Yeah.
Laugh.
So-
You know it was funny.
Okay, so how did you get started? You're a full-time entrepreneur. How did you? What gave you that start? What mindset came with that?
I never liked taking orders from people. I never take orders from white people, especially. So for me,
Go ahead and put your change in there, Sabrina. You know you want to put your change in there. She can put the whole bankroll in that
Put my
bitch.
whole paycheck in that
The whole
motherfucking
She
collection
just withdraw her
plate.
own 401k.
403B up in this piece. So
Staying in there. Okay.
I'm rebellious.
Yes,
I'm rebellious.
same.
So and I just never take orders from white people all day long. When I was young, my dad brought us to go see the movie Panther in the theater. That's old. you
Yeah,
know.
sure
And,
enough, sure enough.
and
Oh.
Malcolm X. So
Yeah.
like I'm not woke. I actually don't even like the fucking word. I'm pro-black. I've always been pro-black, and that's who
100%.
I am. So for me to go to work with these people all day long, take orders from these people all day long, it never sat well with me. So I had jobs since I was 14 on the books. 14, worked at ice cream stores, sold ice cream.
I was gonna say Dunkin' Donuts. Don't ask why.
Baskin Robbins.
Oh, close enough.
Yeah, Baskin Robbins
We
definitely.
in there.
Yes.
You know, same thing. Haagen-Dazs too. So
Man,
Oh,
fuck
that's
the white
a-
company. It's like, no, I'm just joking.
that's the good stuff, right?
That's the. Come on now.
We can
Fuck
make
the
it
Haagen-Dazs.
right.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs is lit. Haagen-Dazs is lit. So, yeah, like that's me. I don't want to be told what to do all day long. I don't want to be told what to do by white people. And when you're pro-black, you have to fight the, okay, am I going to curse you out or am I going to eat that because I need to get paid every 2 weeks? So
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Thin
It's
line.
going to happen. It is thin line. So as soon as I had the daylight, I left. It was always a matter of when, not if. Oh, well, am I gonna do this for 40 years? Like, no, I had never had that in my mind. It was just a matter of when. So
Yeah.
yeah, here I am.
Let me get $1.
I agree with that. So you would say you were pro-black since you were a child?
Yeah, I had a crew called Come Malcolm in elementary school.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I didn't get pro-black until I was about 18, 19.
That's cool.
I'm with him. I hate
Yeah.
that word.
So 2
woke.
years ago.
It's so
Shut the fuck
trendy
up.
and it's like a fad.
Like to me, it's going to go away like in 3 years.
Well,
Bingo.
not for the people that is like solid in it, who makes it a lifestyle. For people that make it a trend, with the certain things, the hashtags and all, and that's all they do. But if it's a real lifestyle for you, I think it has some longevity to
I
it.
still hate the word.
The woke word.
Yeah, woke.
Well, we really don't use that word on this show. If you notice, we
Because
don't.
we hate the word.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do
I didn't become pro-black until about 18. I remember I was working in National Archives, which is for the federal government. And I really only worked there because my grandmother was kind of like, she low-key made me. Because she was like, look, you just graduated high school. You're a student. They hire students. Then white people get their kids in here. I'm going to get my grandbaby in here. So it's like, okay. I learned then about, racism and white supremacy and how they look out for their own more than they will look out for us. Because as soon as my grandmother passed, it was very hard for me to maintain my job there.
You lost your clout.
All the clout. She worked there for 30 years. And when they say that you can't pass that job down to your children,
Nope.
they are 100% right because they didn't give up. She gave over 20 years, I think it's closer to 30 years of her life there. And when she left and it was time and the budget cuts came and they wanted to cut some of the student, the white kids stayed. But it was very hard for the black kids to stay on. Some of them did, but I really wasn't really pushing for that because I didn't want to be there anyway. But I just saw the treatment of it. I became pro-black from listening to Tariq Nasheed's podcast back when I was 18.
That will do it.
Yeah.
That will do
And
it.
I just, because when I was in high school, I took a U.S. government class, right? I was
We all
low-key,
did.
I thought I was but I thought
It was a requirement,
teacher-
Sabre.
No, okay, so I took the U.S. government
Like it was a
class.
specialty class.
Okay, I didn't mean it like
We
that, but I'm
used
just
to.
saying this is where it came from, right? I thought I was going to be a damn Republican. Like, I thought I was like,
I throw this money in a segment.
no, I swear to God. Like, I thought the way it was taught to me, because we were miseducated, was like, okay, I didn't understand white supremacy. So I'm thinking, if I plan on being rich, why do I have to pay more taxes for these fucking poor? Why can't they just fucking go to work? That's how it was explained to me. Why would I advocate for people to be on government assistance when I'm working hard? Why can't they just get it on their own? But I didn't understand systematic white supremacy at that time because that's not taught in school. They doing a white supremacy word check.
The
on
count
me.
is now
Don't-
at 2.
Oh, no.
It's at 4.
What's that?
You missed the first 2. That's 4. We're at 4.
God,
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were keeping count.
we're going for a Guinness.
But, we live in this system of white supremacy. So it is
5.
what it is. It comes up all the time.
There we go.
Boy.
So Andre, I wanted to ask you something else. So a lot of people in our community are under the impression that there aren't a lot of black people doing the work out here, like yourself and others. So can you name some of the people that our viewers can look up, and some of the things that you do that our viewers can look up, a class that you offer, and other friends of yours that are doing the work in the community every day, all the time?
Action Vists.
Yes.
That's what I call them.
Action Vist. I like that.
All
I
right.
like that. That's dope.
So I'm gonna name some people who people might not know off the top of their heads first, and then I'll go up. My man Julian Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
He does phenomenal work. He teaches people about marriage. He's been married for like 7-10 years, and he's like a little bit younger than me. I'm 37. Real estate, how to systematize their business, how to become less self-employed and more of a business owner. He does phenomenal work. My man Ryan McCrary, you know Ryan,
Yes,
right?
I know Ryan. I met Ryan.
My man Ryan, great dude. He teaches people how to create online businesses, how to leverage their 9-to-5 in order to become self-employed down the line. Then we have my man Jay Morrison, which most people should know about my man Jay Morrison. He does phenomenal work. His corner class, I went to a couple and I was like, you taught all that for free, fam? Like
Yeah.
he has his paid stuff, but he's great at balancing out the two.
Yeah.
He-
I have
he's-
something to extra about him a little bit later, but go
Cool.
ahead. Yeah.
Cool. Dawn Dixon, she raised $1.4 million with her company Popcom, and they use equity crowdfunding.
And just to be clear, these are all pro-black people who are teaching this stuff to black people.
Bingo. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Or people who have created companies where they allow black people to invest.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so she raised 1.4 million, the first black woman to do that via equity crowdfunding, and you could invest with as little as $275. So yeah, those few people on top of my. Oh, my man Lex Kelly. Lex Kelly, yeah, his title's a healer. I know those people who are just deep as hell, but they don't got like a bunch of degrees. If you are fucked up, he will help you sort it out. You got a bad marriage, you got a bad head, you had a bad upbringing with shitty parents. He will help you figure it out.
Gotcha.
Lex Kelly's the man.
Okay.
I always liked the name Lex. I know 2 Lexes, and they always had bitches.
All right.
I feel like if my
Your name was Lex.
yeah,
You were
You would
Lex.
get
Lex is just.
Alpha.
Don't you know? It's just some people who have cool names.
Yeah.
Lex is one of them.
Gotcha.
You don't know weak Lex.
Okay.
You know Lex?
I don't really know a male. I don't think I know one male.
I only
Lex.
know one male Lex, and I didn't care. So
Gotcha.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
And you, Sabra, I think you do phenomenal work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already on the show. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, you're here.
I am here,
Yeah.
but I think you do phenomenal
Yeah.
work.
Thank you
And
so
I
much.
See,
think
now we gotta give him a
And
stipend.
controlling
See
our
what you
narrative
did?
and stuff. Like,
I'll take it. I came far.
You think
But,
her customer service is good, like as far as her business?
I think it's wonderful. You book the appointments.
I've
She has
been
the
you.
looking
app.
Thank
for
you,
my
Andre.
on-code shirt.
he hasn't
For
put in the
6
money.
I got one.
Yes.
I got an on-code shirt.
Yes.
I
Shout out
ordered
to
one.
Full merch.
We've been off code for months.
And you know what you do?
Yeah,
You
what?
speak on behalf of the men, not just the woman. A lot of
guess I
times
do.
people stick to their gender,
Yeah.
and I freaking hate when people only stick to their gender. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fam, like we got to figure this thing out together. And you call out the woman.
She's trying to
you
get
call
somebody
out
to
men.
DM her. That's all.
No,
No,
honestly,
no,
Yeah,
no.
that
Andre.
will work. That's a great way to do it.
Andre,
No.
that's a good point, and not taking away from Sabre and Yada. Sometimes
Must
I
I
feel
feel
like
left out? Like-
sometimes I feel like they're the men on the show, and I'm the woman. I'm like, hold on, you know, kind
It
of like
says
wait,
a lot.
they
Yeah.
It says a
they
lot.
are super like unbiased, and you need that. I feel like especially if we really want equality, like I feel like sometimes the genders will be just going at war. We don't want equality. We want to be superior to the other one, and we're never going to get anywhere like that.
It won't help. It won't
See,
help.
my thing is that no one defends the straight black male.
Yes.
Period. And they're like at the bottom, and they're always the blame for the most shit. And we all have our shit, including black women. But a lot of times we're at the bottom too. But we get a lot more leeway for certain things just because we're women. So, and that's with society. They'll rather give us leeway than the black men because the black men is more of a threat to the system than just a little bit more than we are. So I do feel that is one of the things that I definitely make a conscious effort to defend straight black males.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's real. Appreciate it.
And I don't
Yeah.
like to give you compliments on shit, so yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Anyway, so so let's get into this show. So even more. So you gave us some good names for people to look up. I'm gonna look up some of those people. Some people are familiar. Some people are not familiar. We actually met 2 years ago at the All Black National Convention.
Yep.
Shout out to Dr. Boyce
Dr.
Watkins
B.
and all the things that he's doing. But the convention, the third one I believe is this, or is it the fourth?
Fourth.
This is the fourth one that's going to be this September. For people that don't know, and it's going to be in Houston this year. So yeah, that's where we met, and it was a really really great experience. Are you going again this year?
I should be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all trying to take a trip or no?
Nope.
Why? To the All Black National Convention in Houston?
No, it's dope. I'm booked. August, I'm going to Carabana, and I'm going to Costa Rica for my birthday at the end
Yeah.
of September. So my funds are depleted.
Got you.
That's fair.
That is fair. That's
No,
fair.
because I'm not one of those people. Because you have those friends when you're trying to book a trip and they're stringing you along. You think
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
going
I'm
there with
gonna
you.
go. Like now
That's
deposit.
true.
No,
I
nothing.
had to cancel Essence Festival because I was like, yo, I'm doing fucking way too much.
Yeah.
That's sign of maturity right there, by the way. That's
Yeah.
That's maturity.
Now I feel immature because the first week of October I am going to Spain. No, I'm not going to Spain. I'm going to Italy.
No, but I mean, if you have it, you have it. Like, so Costa Rica,
Yeah.
I'm taking the boys. I had to get both of their passports. So that's 3 flights I have to get.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
Yeah.
it's like I have it. I just don't want my clients to like kill me.
oh, hold on. When you going? Hold on, when you going?
October. It's not until October.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because I need a haircut right before Costa Rica.
Yeah. And
Okay.
when do you go? Oh, we'll work on that. We got you. I got you. Don't worry about that. I worry about that.
Gotcha.
So, so I wanted to ask you, Andre. I wanted to get into ways to make. Oh, how important is real estate, first of all? Because I know you have several real estate classes. Now, please let the people know the website and what type of classes that you offer. But I wanted to get into the importance of real estate for millennials.
I think it's everything, man. I think, first of all, from a personal pride standpoint, I think we talk about equity, which I want to talk about, Airbnb, rental income, pass down to your kids, all that stuff is correct. But it just feels good. It just feels good to say you own some stuff.
Yeah.
And I think as a dude, I think it's even more important to have some assets behind you, because we well, especially for old school per se, we kind of are looking for a woman to follow our lead. And words are cool. Words are cool, but if you have some assets, you're easier to follow. So yes, I'm a huge advocate of real estate. Even if you don't have 20 properties or 10, I think us as millennials, I am a millennial by a couple of years. I am in there.
Yeah.
You just made it.
Just made
I'm
it.
in the cup, barely.
He said, even if it's only 20 properties or 10,
I think we need to have at least
Two.
at least two.
Okay.
At least
Why
two.
is that?
Because one that you live in, and one that you can sell when you're 60 or so, and you could retire with that money. So
Gotcha.
bare minimum, we need to have at least two properties. Again, I encourage us to have more, even if it's co-ventures. I own like four houses, and I own like 10 or 20% of those houses, or even 5%, a small fraction. We have an investment group in Detroit where we've been getting profits the past 2 years out there.
So wait, you mean to tell me that Black people are getting together and putting their money together to invest together?
Fam.
Oh my God.
We're like in the midst. I'm actually this will be my next book. We're in the midst of a Black business renaissance. It's going to be documented. This time period is going to change the whole narrative for our race. So from like 2013 on, like we've done some pretty great things, and I'm gonna shout out those people as well who run the groups. I'm part of two groups. One's called Black Seed Capital. I invest them with stocks. I invest like $50 every 2 weeks or $50 a month, something like that. Black run. Everyone, 90% of people in there are Black. Had no problems. They have like over 50 people in there, and they also buy properties. Todd Capital, Charles Ogilvy. We've gotten 6 or so properties in Detroit. Within the group. I think I'm in on 4 or 5 of those properties. It's all worked.
Yeah.
It's all been a huge success. Yes, all Black people are working together.
Yeah, I like that narrative being changed. But go ahead, Sean.
But Black people with money really don't have issues with each other. It's Black people who don't have money that have issues with each other.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. And a lot of people don't. So the buy-in for these homes that we're getting is like $500 or $1,000. A lot of times that won't be considered money, but like it's enough to get started. Black people who know how to delay gratification and minimize the ego work better together.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Because not saying that no one's gotten pissed off, but no one's gotten pissed off and went to Twitter or YouTube and made 100 videos about the people. It's like we figured this shit out. Like one guy, he wanted to get paid right away, but we have like a year and a half lock-in period where we hold on to the money. And he's like, well, I didn't know that. And we were like, all right, well, let's buy you out. We bought him out. He got his money back, and we kept him moving.
Yeah.
So shit happens, but how do you fix it? And if you're thinking long-term, you're going to have a better attitude about fixing stuff.
But that was a good compromise. He wasn't,
Yeah, he wanted to get his money. He wanted to get paid monthly after the rental. And no one getting paid for a year and a half. We'll buy you out. I got more shares, so everyone's happy.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of issues with like entrepreneurship. People aren't patient.
Yeah.
Like they consider when you're doing it all for the money, when you're doing it all for the money and you're not getting any money back, you automatically think, oh, this is a failure.
Yeah.
That's funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Long-term delayed gratification is the name of the game.
We once knew a person that was.
I'm not trying to be cliche, but like Nipsey said, it's a marathon.
No, yeah, I literally delayed. It's funny you say. I teach that to my 3-year-old daughter about delayed gratification, and people probably be thinking I'd be crazy.
No,
but
is
I'd
that
be
before
like,
or after she eats the chips after not dancing? She knows all about it.
No, she knows. I say, Riley, what is delayed gratification? She like, wait for what you want. And she knows that. You know, I try to just make it simple for her, but she knows that. You don't have to, you can't eat the whole thing right now. You can't drink all the stuff right now. Or we can't go right now, we can go later. Like, she has to know, because I want her to have an investor's mentality. Even when it comes to when she gets money, she's not thinking, okay, I have $50. What can I buy for $50? She probably like, okay, what can I buy for $20 so I can put the rest away? You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, I'm sorry.
yeah, no, or just with that mentality of waiting for what you want rather than just getting it all right then and there. I think that, you know, just having that mentality growing up will benefit her. She may not get it now, but you know what I mean? What you want to say?
I was going to say, what are your tips for saving?
Know your personality type. So have an honest conversation with yourself. Some people cannot save on their own. They cannot. If it's in the bank, they're going to spend it.
Yeah.
They're just going to spend it all. So
Acorns account and shit.
Yeah.
So Acorn is actually a good way to. So I like to have money one step removed from me, so I can still get it if I need it, but it's not in my savings account where it's like right there. So I put the money in the investment group every 2 weeks, and I'm part of another one where I put money into. I put money in the stock account. Those things help me out. Those things help me out because it's one step removed. I have a Roth, the IRA account, another one step removed thing. Those are my tips.
Yeah.
If you can't save on your own, get it out of your hand. And if you do it with a group, then you have group accountability.
Yeah.
Because everyone's putting in every 2 weeks or every month. And even if you're putting in a different amount, you having that teamwork feel to it, it will help you get things done.
Do you do any business with people who aren't black?
Yeah. Usually not a lot of partnerships.
Gotcha.
Customer transactions.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, we're going to take their fucking money.
Yeah, all day.
Nice.
So on my website,
Yes, please tell people your website. With all your
so
classes and stuff.
on one of my websites, this is my notary company website, not the school. The school is called the notarybusinessschool.com. My company website is called Priority Notary Inc. It's a white lady on the website, on the commercial. That's intentional.
Yes.
Because I have clients all over the country. So me being on the website, it won't help. It might not hurt. I don't know. But it won't help. Me having Susie, her name's actually Susie, by the way. Susie on the commercial, that can only help. So I'm more strategic and logical than most people, and I think that helps me out a lot. I don't need to do everything I do. Everything I do doesn't have to be pro-black per se. I gotta make the money. I gotta make the money, and spend it at a black-owned restaurant. Spend it on a black woman. Spend it on my mama, who's black. You know, like that kind of stuff.
I was thinking your mom was black.
She is. Hey, mama.
Shout out, moms.
So, yeah, I think that is important for people, especially with black businesses. You don't have to only market to black people. You could take white people's money just like they do with us, and then they go spend it with their people. I think that's a really great point. Why do you choose to do business partnerships with mostly black people?
Personal fulfillment.
Yeah.
Everybody
it just feels good.
Everybody eats B.
It feels good.
Yeah.
It honestly feels good to work with black people. And white people aren't always fucking nice, man. Like, have y'all seen the shit? Like Middle Passage and Jim Crow and shit. Like, I don't trust these dudes at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I try to minimize the partnerships. I don't trust them. And I haven't had everything go right with black people.
Right.
I haven't had everything go right. At least I think I have a fair shot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I got a fair shot to get through to a black person, I feel.
Yeah.
White people, I do not feel I have a fair shot to get through to them in most cases.
Yeah. And I'm sure you'd probably rather do business in partnerships with black people to empower black families before anybody else.
Yeah, and it hits the soul different, man.
Yeah.
It hits the soul different when you're able to get something done with a black person. So Derek's, I think he's like 27. I guess call him like my protege. He calls me Big Bro. He got a 2-family house. He's living mortgage free once he gets his tenant in there, which should be next month or in a few weeks.
Yeah.
He has a notary business like I have. Him and his girl work together. So, he lived to leave his job. He lives mortgage free and he got the company. So he's his own man, and him and his girl work together.
That's what's up. Shout out to Derek.
Derek, what up, dude?
Where's he from? Where he at?
He's in Rochester, New York. He's another
okay.
person who's doing phenomenal work.
Yeah.
Phenomenal work. Derek Alford.
what's
Rochester,
up.
New York, not New Jersey.
No,
yeah, I
at
know.
all,
I'm
New
so
Jersey.
sorry. I'm sorry. You said I wanted to ask you about multi-unit homes too. Not every area has them like that.
Yeah.
Like New York is big for that. On that, DC is big on that.
DC,
we have
yep.
some here and there in Maryland, but they're not in ideal areas.
Baltimore
or whatever.
got a bunch.
Yeah. But so what would you suggest for people like if they want to live like mortgage free and they don't have an area, they're not in an area where there are a lot of opportunities for multi-unit homes?
Okay. I would suggest to rent out your basement if you have a full finished basement, or find a house that has a full finished basement. And if you don't have kids, I would Airbnb some of the rooms. I would Airbnb out some of the rooms. I've heard very few bad things about things happening, even to women. But very few bad things. You could even, let's say like you, let's say you want to do it. You could even have Sean come through when the people check in and hit Sean off with a few dollars just so they think a man lives there.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to. It's a good way to keep things positive.
Ew, I wouldn't have to touch her or anything like that.
You are wild.
I'm like, yeah, me and my wife.
Sean, the feelings are overly mutual.
But yes.
But no, that's smart.
That
because
is
it's
smart.
dangerous. Like in the social climate, it's definitely dangerous
It
for
is.
women out here.
It is. Yeah.
I'm with you
I'm
on the,
straight. 'Cause
I could do the basement.
I
I
got
don't.
the dog, but
The room?
and I ain't talking about K9s, but you know what I'm saying.
I could do the basement. The rooms.
I would have to just get a whole nother house. I just can't do it. Like,
Or
I
that,
would have to get a whole
or
nother
you can live
property.
in your single family house, and
Yeah.
you can get a 2-family or 4-family in a different state, different city.
Yeah.
A property manager manage it, and that pay off your single family house.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge believer in 2 to 4 family homes. They're the easiest to get in terms of bigger assets.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually cash flow positive if you buy correctly, and you can rent that thing out for friggin' ever
Yeah.
and ever and repeat the cycle.
I mean, remember the Airbnb of New York, though? I mean,
Oh yeah, but
she had a nice little setup.
she did actually.
She had a nice setup.
And think about Airbnb is they're there for like however long you want them there for. So let's say you want them there for 2 weeks out the month, and that 2 weeks is the house is all yours, or a week.
Yeah.
She had like the whole lower level was hers, and it was just like secure.
Yeah.
And then like upper level, she had what, like 3 bedrooms?
No, it was 4.
It was 3 or 4. Yeah,
we go.
4 bedrooms.
Killing it.
And them joints was bony as shit, but she was Airbnb and the fuck out them joints.
Crushing
Yeah.
it.
And I forgot the price, but we were only there for 2 days. So imagine if you're doing that the whole month with 4 rooms. And
Right.
it was a nice setup. The
Yeah.
rooms were
And
just
I think
like
it was full too. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think at least 3 of the rooms.
So
I can
say-
account for at least 3.
Honestly, if she was doing $50 a night with 4 rooms,
That's $200.
that's
right
200.
there.
And if you're doing that every day,
2, 4, 6, 8,000.
Right, and it
Weekends, maybe
Four.
more money on the weekends.
yeah.
and it
of course.
completely does not disrupt her situation at all.
So here's my philosophy with this stuff, right? Is you're gonna be annoyed by something. Annoying boss, annoying tenant. I'd rather have an annoying tenant once in a while than have an annoying boss. So everyone got to
time.
pick their thing.
you're right.
So
that
with
makes sense.
with this
deeper.
climate that we're in, with millennials being so much in debt,
Yeah.
because of student loan debt or whatever, the income doesn't always add up to the pay of what the economy is dishing out. And we all know that. I feel like we all know that a passive income is damn near a necessity these days. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. You need to know how to make money. You need to know how to earn money without you physically having to be somewhere.
Yeah.
I was run over by a truck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was dating a woman in Dallas a few years ago. Something malfunctioned with the car. We were sitting outside of the car. We were in a slanted driveway. The car started to roll back. It was going to roll on top of her. I jumped on top of her. The car rolled on me and went all down my side.
Yeah, I would have let her
And,
take that.
and my
L, I'm
leg.
sorry.
It would have killed her. It would have killed her ass.
How long was
Wow,
y'all?
you
How long was y'all
saved her
dating?
life.
God's
Not
plan.
that long.
You
Not
a seriously, you're a real man.
God's plan. But she would have held
alright.
that L like shit.
My self-preservation would have kicked in so fast.
Mike would have
My
pushed her in front of
self-renovation
me.
went out the window. I
Mike
didn't
would
even
have pushed
have
her
it.
in front of me. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I mean, my girl, for a year.
Nah,
But like,
it was
did
a
you
couple
hit
of-
already?
I would rather not get it.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So I definitely did.
I hope this isn't one of your passive streams of income.
No, I was
Like,
getting
look,
there.
get hit by a truck, dog. It'll
No,
make
man,
you
that
some
shit hurt. That shit
bread.
still hurt.
Hey,
Ran
yo,
like literally ran over me and my leg.
God damn.
Man,
It was a truck. Was it a Jeep Wrangler?
It was
or
a hatchback. It was a smaller truck.
Okay, got
hatchback.
you.
Smaller truck hatchback.
Okay.
It was big enough to hurt. It's
Hell
still-
yeah,
any
it's
truck.
a vehicle.
Yeah, it was-
Fucking sedan would hurt. Fuck shit.
My son run his truck over my forehead. It hurt. A little Tonka truck.
But so at that, first we gotta have life insurance. Everyone needs to have life. If you want to do anything, have some freaking life insurance. If you can't afford to bury yourself, if funerals cost like 8 to 14 bands, either way, have life insurance, even a small
just throw me in
policy.
a creek or something.
So, but a good thing that happened, but was before then, I started my online academies, and I had money coming in even though I was in the hospital and I commissioned for a while. So.
Wow.
Long story, that's it. You don't know when something can happen.
Oh,
to
I
you.
didn't think that was where you
So-
was going with
That-
that.
that's
I
right.
really thought
That's
you was
right.
about to be like, look, get hit by the truck.
If you don't have life insurance first, you got to get that. Just in case things
Yeah,
don't
because you
pan
really
out.
like people really are out here like crowdfunding for
Yeah.
that, and it's
Yes, it's
unfortunate.
sad.
It's so unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, the funeral game is fucking raping bammers for real.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like all
Oh,
this
it's
money to go in the
insane.
ground. Oh, okay, well I'm not gonna bother anybody. I'm not in the way. Like, but whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
it really is unfortunate
It
when
is.
people don't have.
What bothers me, it be rich people or people that have money.
Or
that does that.
seemingly, or if somebody has
Seemingly
a. I've
is a good-
seen people with Instagrams where they have on Balenciaga, Fendi, Gucci, and diamonds and fucking everything like that, and all of that is fine. BMWs, Mercedes, all of that is good. I'm not hating on that at all. But if your untimely demise comes, your family should not have to have a motherfucking GoFundMe account. For
Well, you gotta think people have piss poor priorities though, because
But,
these are
yeah.
the same people who will spend $600 on, you know what I'm saying, a pair of shoes, but don't want to pay like $250 a month for health insurance.
Right,
So,
exactly.
it's all about priorities.
Absolutely.
No, I think we need to do more hating. You have to address. No, I mean seriously. I don't mind you buying $600 Balenciagas. Do what you want with your money.
Did you take
But
care of the
Did you
necessities?
take care of what you had to take care
Right.
of before you bought that?
Because I'm not donating to me personally, I'm not donating to no GoFundMe to bury somebody who spent so much
I
time
only
like
donated
buying
to one
wild
GoFundMe.
shit.
It wasn't
fair.
for a
I'm not
funeral
doing
though.
it.
That's fair.
I donated to one GoFundMe. I gave
'Cause
this
that-
girl $100. It
That's
was
nice.
it was her, and I felt bad because she came from a really struggling family, and I think her
Okay.
father had like cancer and her mom was
Yeah.
sick, and she you know, like they wanted her to go to prom and stuff, but she just didn't
Yeah.
have any money, and she wasn't trying to rape it. You know, I
Right.
think she was trying to raise like $500 so that she'd be able to have the
Right.
ticket and have a ride and have a dress.
Right.
I gave that girl $100. I felt so bad, like
Yeah,
real.
that's different. That's
Yeah.
way different.
But we
That's-
got to prepare. We're gonna die. So certain things are. I know it's crazy,
You
man.
had
Be
to say-
proactive.
why you had to say it
That's
like
one
that?
thing we may
No.
not be certain
We
of a lot of
ain't-
things.
We're not gonna be here.
I mean, yeah, but you ain't have to say it all like
we gotta
hard like that.
protect
You gotta be like, look,
ourselves.
we
we
might
gotta.
probably gonna be on.
We gotta be adults about things.
Soften
the
we,
blow
we,
a little.
we gotta be mature. Soften the blow.
We definitely have to be more proactive than reactive because we're always
Yeah.
looking for solutions. When if we would have just took the appropriate measures, we wouldn't even be in the situation that we are
Right.
in.
True. True.
Yeah. So how important do you? So you said passive income. No, this is not y'all don't want to take this away. So just let me.
Man,
just
there's
put
no
that
disclaimers
out.
podcast.
Man, fuck it. There's
Spit
no
this shit
disclaimers.
out.
So a lot of people think that because entrepreneurship, everybody not built for that. Everybody's not made to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not made to have a business. But my philosophy is. Just like if all the supermarkets shut down, you may not know how to hunt. You may not like nature, but out of necessity, you gonna learn how to fucking hunt so you can eat. You're not, or you gonna die.
Facts.
So for people that have 9-to-5s, and that's cool with their 9-to-5s, and that's wonderful if you like it and you're in a good place and you like your job. What are some things they can do, or what are some things they should do to get a passive income, and how necessary is that for them, even if they're good, if they got a nice little 401k set up, they paying into that and all that. What do you think some things they need to do or should do?
So, if though everyone's not an entrepreneur thing, everyone shouldn't be a full-time entrepreneur. Everyone
Yeah.
can be and should be a part-time entrepreneur or a passive income entrepreneur, whichever way you want to call it. Every black person needs to own some shit. Period. So if you got a full-time job, you're happy, rock out till you're 70, do your thing. I'm happy for you. You can co-invest in real estate. I gave you people earlier. Todd Capital is one of the groups that I invest in. with, and Black Seed Capital. So they'll go 2 right there.
So are you considering investing as entrepreneurship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see, that's the misconception though, because a lot of people when they hear entrepreneurship, they just
think about
automatically think that they need to own and operate and
Yeah,
run a business.
no, you
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta
no.
operate
Hire
your
Right,
business.
and that's
pay
where, but see, that's where the
payroll.
disconnect comes
Okay.
because I absolutely
That's a
believe
great-
that
that's
because
a great
I don't feel
point
like
you made.
everyone can own and run a business.
Oh,
but
everyone should.
anybody can.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, but anyone can invest, and
Right.
that's
Yeah,
where
'cause entrepreneurship is about owning something. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and making money from what they own. So,
Yeah, but I think that's where the
Yeah.
disconnect is because I
Okay.
think more so like investing, absolutely, but I'm like, look, I'm not buying
Yeah.
your socks. Leave me alone.
Right.
Like,
So you were saying, okay, co-investing, like the example you gave in real estate, and
Yep.
then
What other skill sets do you have? A lot of people need help with something. So
Yeah.
what have you mastered? You've mastered haircutting.
Mm-hmm.
You
Allegedly.
mastered barber.
barbering.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you got my man Sean Tight back here. You know, he got the beard looking good. So, right, you mastered that.
I
You
do what
could-
I can for that.
You
I
could
know,
teach
I know you're not
people.
gonna let this slide. It's like,
You could teach people how to do that.
Yeah.
You could do some such as online, some over the phone, some in person. A lot of us have skill sets. We need to know how to monetize our current
Yes.
skill sets. A lot of people have children. A lot of people need help managing their kids. A lot of people were not taught how to be parents.
Yeah.
But they'll pay
like
someone
anyone was.
$40 a month or $20 a month to be part of a parenting mentoring group where everyone chips in, and you have some people running the group who will help people work through issues with their kids.
I mastered eyebrows. What I do?
Bing, there you go. Teach people how to get them eyebrows tight.
Yep.
That's how we do it.
Microblading.
Sponsorships with different eyebrow pomade companies. Okay?
Online clothing apparel. I
Yeah.
make between $12 and $18, 12 and 18% per item that I sell online. I don't have to mail out anything. I just built the system.
Yeah.
Promote it. So there go a few solid steps people can do with a job, without a job, to get some money coming in.
Yeah. I think that's so necessary in this economy, especially with it being owner. Period.
Yeah.
Like this economy is built for the entrepreneur or owner, whatever. And it really fucks the average 9-to-5 person. To be honest, I mean, unless I'm mistaken?
No.
Yeah.
I think if you're just relying on that, you're bugging. And the equity crowdfunding standpoint, you can. I co-own probably like 15 companies now, and with some it was as little as $50.
Yeah.
I don't ever have to do anything for those companies. So
Yeah.
I own interest in companies. Gin Jan Juice, I own part of that. I own part of Popcom. I own a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I don't have to run those things. So these are
Right.
systems that you can invest in. Again, it takes a while. You know, they say so in things, but I'm
How
in.
can I get to the yams, man? What's up?
The yams.
How can I get to the yams?
Yams mean so many things.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What is the
Yeah,
context
because
of
I've
yams
already
right
did
now?
yams. I'm trying to get some cheeks.
Yeah.
So y'all don't watch Martin? So y'all just gonna act like the Varnell Hill episode never happened?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm
For
sorry.
crying out fucking loud. I feel like you got it.
Hold on, but when
I
I
feel
say
like we was here.
I
I
don't
don't know
when
what
I
the
say
fuck-
yams,
I got
I'm
it.
thinking cheeks.
I got it.
Yeah, well, that's the first
Hey,
thing.
hey,
Varnell
Varnell, how can I
Hill.
get to the yams? He was like, the catfish are delicious. Man, I knew you. I mean, I don't expect.
watched
I don't
Martin.
expect much from you, Sabre.
I watched it. Come on.
because
You didn't even fucking watch.
Because you didn't even
Martin.
see
Not
first
when
run
it came out.
episodes.
Not
Oh, you were
even-
watching the
First run.
syndication.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I watched the syndication.
She watched the TV1 reruns like shit.
Well, I probably watched some of
You
them
grew
when
up on
they weren't
Blackish.
back. No,
Girl, you were still shitting
That's
on
a
yourself when
motherfucking
Martin was
lie.
on.
What's your favorite show all time?
Come back to me. Come back.
What
to me.
about
I
you?
guess.
I mean, we just talked about it probably. Martin, my shit. Man.
Martin.
You know what I'm saying?
Martin or Different Worlds?
That's hard. It's
Martin.
Really?
different.
For entertainment
It's
factors,
more lessons
Martin.
in different world.
Really?
Different World was like goals, but Martin was way more entertaining.
Really?
You know,
No,
I
I'ma
never
say-
identify myself with different worlds like
I
that.
would
I don't
say
know
so.
why. That's weird.
So,
Now,
Andre-
now I'm thinking
It
about
is
it.
weird.
I'm going to say a
You being
different.
pro-black and all too.
I'm going to say a different world.
But she anti-college, so
No, I'm not.
That would be it. Yeah,
I'm
that would be.
gonna say a different. I'm gonna say a different world because I remember those like episodes vividly. Like I remember one episode he was doing like a
if you ain't mentioning a different word, he wasn't gonna say it.
no, and I wasn't because I wasn't. That's why I had to
People
think about
overlook
it.
that show sometimes.
Yeah.
But I remember he was like a convicted felon. He was supposed to be a convicted felon, and then nobody was giving him a chance. But then he was doing a report. Then it was one of the few episodes like domestic violence. that was
Domestic
big.
violence. Yeah.
Yeah, they, I forgot her name. She had the
Vanessa,
ball.
I know you're talking about.
But yeah, like, but Yeah,
That's
that was
some
an
real
excellent
life
show.
man.
Martin didn't really have too many.
It didn't
'cause
go
was
there.
common.
It was
It was
surface.
common.
It was more surface.
Yeah,
a
but
little
different
bit,
world.
yeah.
It got
was-
in deep, and the first show to talk about HBCUs.
Right. I don't think well, like I said, I really didn't become pro-black until I was about 18. So I wasn't watching it
Boy
by
Meets
then.
World like shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I
that
wasn't
That was a
really,
good show too, though.
That joint
I
was
wasn't
good.
watching
Topanga
it.
was tough.
She was. Yeah.
I wasn't watching Different World at that point, but I was watching Different World before that, and it was just like, okay, it's cool, but I really didn't get all of the messaging, the pro-black messaging that it had in there. As much as I
Dwayne
would
Wayne, he
now.
started teaching. He
Started
was
teaching.
smart. He
Yeah.
was smart. He wasn't that great of a looking guy, but he still had Whitley.
He pulled
You know
him,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's
He
like
broke up a wedding, you jackass. I would have.
that's one of the best.
I would
Please, baby, please. I
would've
do.
smoked that
That's
nigga.
some G shit, though.
I'm sorry,
Imagine
Byron.
you paid
That's some
to
G-
marry your joint and a nigga walk off with it. Everybody, I'm airing the church out. Everybody
That was
gotta
some
go.
gangster shit.
Man, if you going that far for
I put all this
you might have to
bread
get
up.
her.
I
But
put
I'm
all
like,
this
that's a
bread
lot
up
of
for this
effort,
wedding,
maybe.
and
Maybe
when
you
you
deserve
gonna
it.
leave
She
with
said,
this?
she said I'm sorry, Byron.
I'd have been like, me too. Put it down. We gonna cut this cake,
You
bitch.
right. Because honestly, Martin only had 3 good seasons.
Martin only had like 4
5.
seasons.
Yeah, 5.
Well, no, Martin had 4 good seasons. The fifth
3
joint was-
seasons. The 4th
Dog.
season was
No, 4th season was still good.
It was all right, but it wasn't
lesser
real.
good, but it was still good. But that 5th season was all ass.
Would y'all
Yeah.
believe?
Thanks a lot, Gina.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that has a lot to do with the
Fucking
Gina
bitch.
thing?
It fucked it up, yeah.
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 And then
It
you
was
want to
weird.
come back though? Nah, keep your kickball head ass where you was at.
That whole situation was kind of weird. Nobody really knew what happened, but now in this situation, in this climate, like you don't want to be like, oh, she fucked it up, but then you don't want to overlook like the fact that she might have felt some type of way. But I don't know.
I
That
just feel
wasn't
like you
that was
fucked
never
it
really
up.
explained.
So Martin or Fresh Prince?
Ooh, for me, I can't pick. I can't choose.
Martin was way funnier than me, but if we're talking about real issues, like
Yeah.
I
They
don't
had
look to
some-
I don't look to sitcoms for real issues though. So maybe
Gotcha.
that's me.
Yeah?
I think it,
I mean, they're there, but it's like that's not my end game
That's
when I
not that-
watch
okay.
sitcoms
That's
is to deal with issues. I'm here to laugh and get my laugh on.
but I think all sitcoms have
Laugh
Family
so-
Matters has that. You
Yeah.
know,
Family Matters was
Blackish. I think you have to, especially when you have like.
remember when Laura?
black
Remember
family.
when Laura Frank got shot
Yeah,
in the
Yeah.
arm?
You know what's
for-
up?
And them kicks wasn't even tough.
You know what's something that happened in a lot of black sitcoms back in the day that doesn't happen now is the celebrity appearances. Like you would be like Snoop or like Ice Cube and like just different celebrities will make their appearances on these shows or whatever, have their characters. That doesn't really happen now.
Well, it's not too many black sitcoms.
Ain't no
Name the black
bullshit.
sitcoms.
They get
No.
canceled after like 1 or
mean-
2
They're
seasons.
not, you know.
I'm gonna just not because I can't. So
They-
there's
they
You
that.
got
There aren't
Rel
any.
had one. It was the
Who?
Carmichael Lil He had one with Jess Hilarious was in it. Shout out to Jess. You don't know Lil Rel?
Yeah, that. Yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying
No.
that was
No, Gerard
Gerard
Carmichael.
Carmichael,
yeah.
you know,
his,
he
his
had
show was
one.
horrible.
I like the Carmichael show.
Yeah.
But there aren't really. Then
I
you
gotta
got
catch up.
Does
on
it ring
Black-
a,
I
it
don't
doesn't
watch
ring a bell?
no, but when you
doesn't
think
ring a bell.
back in
I actually
thinking
like
about
Blackish.
I just don't watch it.
you had In the House, you had This
In
Is
the
Us,
House.
you had
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr.
Yeah.
Cooper.
I watched Blackish.
You
by
had Living
accident, though. I ain't gonna
Single.
hold you though.
Living
And they-
Single,
Oh,
You
Live.
had tons
Yeah,
of
that
like
was a
black
good
like
show,
sitcoms
That
back
Thursday
then.
night lineup.
Thursday,
was
Thursday
Yeah.
was
Jamie
ugly.
Foxx show.
Oh
Jamie
yeah,
Foxx.
I
Steve
love
Harvey
Jamie
show.
Jamie Foxx be slept on.
No, he was definitely fun. Like all
Yeah,
niggas
Jamie
love
Foxx
fancy.
Show, Jamie Foxx show was pretty funny. Steve Harvey show was like hit or miss
It
for
was
me.
funny.
But I mean, it was hit or miss though. It
Yeah.
had its moments
Steve
where it was
Harvey,
like,
yeah,
yeah, and then it
yeah.
had its
What's the
moments
joint
where
with
it was
Damon
like,
Wayans?
The Wayans
The
brothers.
Wayans brothers.
No,
And then Inland
Oh,
Color.
with G
All
from
the
New York
children.
Undercover.
Oh, My Wife and Kids.
Yeah,
My
my
Wife
wife
and
and
Kids.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
That was a vibe.
Kickball
Yeah.
head Gina gonna take her talents over there.
Everybody loves Chris. It was a lot of
Everybody
black
loves
sitcoms.
Chris was my
Yeah,
shit.
that was a
Yeah,
good
it was a
show.
lot of
show
black
was
show.
fucking hilarious.
That
Do
was a
y'all
good
do
show.
y'all know a Julius?
Do we know what?
A Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. Like
Oh, my
turn that
God.
clock off at night. You can't tell Tommy asleep like a cheap nigga.
Yeah, one of my homies got a parent that's like that. You know, I
Yeah.
ain't gonna put her on.
Yeah, I knew it. I grew up with some
Like
Ju-
13
with a Julius.
cents.
Yeah.
That show was fucking hilarious though. But that's the sad part. Is like the 90s had like that wave
Yeah.
of like black TV was booming.
Yeah.
The fucking Moesha, the Parker sister,
Yeah.
all of that shit was popping off, and all them joints be on Fuse Network now from like
Yeah.
2 to 7, and then they put on Malcolm in the Middle and fuck it up.
But we need more. Just like I feel like in schools, you need to see people. Kids need to see people that look like them
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't have tattoos on their face or that's coming out as gay. Shout out to Lil Nas X.
But see that's the kicker though. One would argue that that's what the gays are saying. They
need
they need to
representation.
see people that are like them on TV.
I'm not
They
mad at that.
do.
And I'm not against that, but I do understand why people feel like it's being shoved down their throats because it's like oversaturation.
It's everywhere.
I
Yeah.
wanted to
is.
I
say
don't
something
think
too.
it's-
You don't like when they said that Woody was like bisexual in Toy Story 4
Oh
or
my
something.
God, I
I don't
hate
know
that
how
shit.
true that was, but I'm like, he's a fucking.
had a
He's a
four?
toy.
Yeah, it just came out. I'm like, he's a fucking toy. He's a toy.
They said
why
that
are
about
we
something
doing?
else, too.
He's a toy.
The Arthur character, some
Oh,
character in
Mr.
the Arthur-
Ratburn
yeah.
is gay. Well, I mean, I knew that nigga was gay back in '94, but yeah, he gay.
My thing is
He got married,
sexuality.
married a man.
My thing is sexuality, straight, gay, or otherwise, should not be the first thing that comes out your mouth or the first thing that represents you, in my opinion, because it's just too much. I was on Netflix yesterday, right, and I was just browsing through the movie. First of all, shout out to Mike Epps. His stand up on Netflix is phenomenal. He got a new
I
one
gotta
that
watch
just
it.
came
He's
out. It
funny
was
as shit.
so funny.
He is
I've-
funny.
He's
Yeah. He's
in
what?
some stuff.
I've never been all that.
No,
maybe
it's
I gotta
fucking
recheck
hilarious.
it out because
Yeah,
I've
check it
never
out.
It's worth
I've
another
never
check
been
out.
a Mike Epps stand up fan.
No, it's fucking
I'm not going to
hilarious.
that Gerard Carmichael. His show was some shit. But he
he's
got to
good.
stand up like when he's like in fucking New York. It's amazing. It's kind of
Okay.
it's in the quiet. It's kind of like dry.
Kind of
You
like
know what I'm saying?
Chappelle or in that lane, in that realm.
I want to leave my thoughts on Dave Chappelle and his stand-ups because I don't think they're
I've
great.
rewatched both
when I
of
think
them.
when I think of Dave Chappelle, I think of the Chappelle Show. I don't think of his stand-ups.
Okay, I rewatched
Agreed.
both of his recent Netflix stand-ups and they were amazing. But
Amazing?
amazing. So
Okay.
so look, I will listen
Preach.
to no to
Nobody's stand-up is
me
top of
everything
my
is
list. It's so
relative.
I know that's
I
what
don't
people used to
compare.
cop
I don't-
out when they
No,
when
no,
they
I
know
don't-
that the majority is not.
Ever.
You just cannot compare
Ever.
certain comedians.
Oh, he heard me.
I heard
he heard
you.
me.
I heard
said
you.
nobody's stand up is topping Martin Lawrence.
I'm not a huge comedy guy, like in life
Yeah.
in general.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's too serious sometimes.
So-
but that stand up was off the damn.
I was like 5
you
in
so
tears,
crazy. So to me, no,
sneaking and watching.
I
the
don't
show
even
by
allowed
myself.
to watch
it's
it.
top 3. And if you say it's number 1, I'm not mad. I gotta put Eddie Murphy's up there.
No, I said none of
Okay.
these.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
We've
no,
been
no, yeah.
naming all. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're not.
They,
topping it.
they're not even in the same universe. All these Kevin Hart ones.
Oh yeah, I don't like to compare. I think that they're different genres of comedy and styles of comedy, just like music. Like I feel like comparing certain comics to one another. When you're talking about greatest of all time, okay, but when you're talking about comparing stand-ups, I just cannot compare like a Martin Lawrence to a Dave
can.
Chappelle.
Well,
like,
what I
you can
do
because
is
when people-
I compare my laugh ratio.
Yeah.
well, I mean, if
Was
you
I
say which
crying?
one is
Yes or no?
funnier, but I'm saying like because I can find both like two different styles very funny, but I cannot compare the two as in like which one who did better.
But we compare anything else when people talk about the best basketball player of all time, the GOAT. They don't say, oh, point guard or center. They don't compare styles because
I think they should.
LeBron. But that's too much because then you're gonna be like, okay, then we're gonna break down errors. Then we're gonna break down
Yeah.
conference. Oh, shooting, dunking, like all that.
But I'm a
LeBron and
nuanced
Jordan don't
person,
play
so
anything alike, but they're still compared because
Yeah.
of how great they are.
because I'm
part
a
of the
nuanced
problem.
person.
Yeah, when I judge comedy, I just judge it on look. Did that joint have me here with it, balled up, crying, laughing? Oh, yes or no? If it didn't, then man,
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Okay.
Mike Evans did have me like that recently at this most recent stand-up. But back to the point I was making. So Netflix, I was browsing through Netflix, and then I saw LGBTQ has their own like category of movies, right? And so like when you on the categories and you just watch the cycle of movies come out, all of the covers of their movies were just sexual. Like that was it. It was like, but then I would like scroll up to like, regular, I guess heterosexual movies. I don't know. And it would just be like action, thriller, comedy. It was just like about like different things like that.
Lesbian sex.
But like,
Like-
but the LGBT, when you saw that, it was just like 2 women about to kiss, 2 men, da, da, da. And I'm just like, they over sexualize themselves, but then they're mad when heterosexual people that may not understand all the nuances of LGBT think that they oh, I hope that nigga ain't looking at me, or I hope she not coming over here, because they are over sexualized in entertainment and media.
But I don't think it's them though. It's probably someone hetero who's in charge of putting that up there.
Hollywood? In Hollywood?
No, I'm talking about as far as those. Like I don't feel like the gay people in the movie are picking the cover. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like
everybody
because they
in charge of Hollywood is gay.
But they would argue that it's their sexuality, but they don't sexualize it. Like you could be gay and not even have sex yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you could still be a virgin and know that you're gay. It's not just tied to, like, before I ever had sex, I knew I was hetero.
Right.
So you don't tie it directly to sex. So you don't necessarily know who's doing it. But that is true though.
Yeah, it's like the theme of all their movies just is about sex.
And you missed like 11 letters on that joint. The LGBT community got enough letters to...
elemental P,
no,
QRS,
it's so many letters now that it fits Lil Webby's independent.
For real?
Yeah. I'm serious. It's
that's Boosie,
LGBTQQIIAA. Yeah. No, it's Webby. Webby, it's featuring Boosie, but it's Webby.
My bad. Then.
Don't ever challenge me about Savage Life, sis.
Don't
do it.
I stand corrected.
I think I'm like in the minority when I don't think it's like being like pushed on our faces. Like, I know my son. Like, I went to a funeral today. Rest in peace, Mom. I have a friend. She's gay, so she was just talking at the same time. He's like, "That boy sounds like a girl." I was like, it is a girl. If I can turn on a movie every day and see a man and woman kissing, I can turn on a movie and see two men kissing. Like, what's the issue?
I don't think it's that. When people say it's being shoved down their throats, well, I would say this. Because I'm, you know me, I'm far from, hey, look, whatever tickles your pickle, it's none of my business. But I also feel I'll use an example, like Empire, for example.
Gotcha.
Empire had Jussie Smollett. I watched like the first season. I didn't watch it past the first. I didn't watch it past the first episode of the second season because it's like, okay, yeah, he's in the show, he's gay, cool, he's like a regular character. That second season went so OD. It's like, okay, not only is he gay, but he's like super gay. There's all these aggressive, violently gay sex scenes in here now. Like, it was over the top. Like, it was just like every scene was just him fucking or about to get fucked or fucking. It was so much.
It really was.
And I'm
So
just
maybe
like,
that's
it
how
went,
they be.
but it didn't start out like that. The first season was a calm gay. Like they was calm straight. He was calm gay. Nigga just went rogue in the second joint. I was like, oh no, this is
too much.
I don't want to keep seeing you get slammed on the desk and everything get wiped off.
But
And
that's
you
what.
just getting
But when I
thrashed.
see movies, that's what men are doing to women.
But
What's
I
super
don't
gay
think
and
it's
what's super
overly-
straight?
But it wasn't
What's super
every.
straight?
But it wasn't every single scene.
Okay, yeah.
It was
I didn't
so
watch it, so-
much that it was like. Now you know me. Like I said, I'm far from homophobic. So I really don't care. Like, hey, whatever you want to do, it's your business. When it made me like, God damn, like this shit just went left. Like that's.
Yeah.
I have a problem with the word homophobic too. I really
Yeah, I
do.
feel like-
I
think
have
it's
a
gross.
huge problem.
Everything
It's
is
misused.
phobic. I feel like it's grossly overused,
It's-
misused, and I don't really like it. But I just threw that out for lack of a better term.
No.
at that
I
moment.
feel you. No.
But,
It's out here. If anybody who like, hey, you know, I don't discriminate against anybody. I just don't agree with the LGBT lifestyle. Oh, that person is homophobic. First of all, a phobia. You talking about like claustrophobic? Like
It's
they
a
have
fear.
a real
Phobia means fear.
of
We're not
being
scared
It's
of
a
y'all.
respectful disagreement. That's what you just said. It's a
Yeah,
respectful
you
disagreement.
cannot agree with the lifestyle.
And oftentimes people think that if you disagree, even respectfully, that you're attacking.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
No,
People don't. It's
just not my
because
thing.
you have to distinguish
Yeah.
between. You don't have to support the lifestyle versus supporting it versus tolerance is not the same thing. I don't have to
Yeah.
agree with what you do because I have my own moral compass or whatever values or religion or whatever I want to cite as the reason why I feel like
Right.
certain things are wrong. But I don't have to agree with what you do, but I will in every aspect of the way,
Yeah.
you know, preach tolerance because what you're what you eat don't make me shit.
Right.
Like when I say whatever tickles your pickle, I mean like whoever you're dealing with, who you sleep with, who you're engaged with, who you're involved with, it doesn't affect me at all. Someone, it's just funny you brought that up. Someone on Twitter was like, "Y'all really out here 37 years old talk about TV making y'all gay or something like that." Like,
But no,
and I was really sobbing because. They're like, oh yeah, oh my God, every show y'all really trying to make us gay, bitch. You're 46.
I think I think a lot of black heterosexual men are homophobic.
I was literally about to say I hate that we have black people in general. The black community has a stigma of not supporting gays or being homophobic or
maybe it's
non-supportive. I don't think
like-
Yo,
so.
me
Well,
growing up
I've
being around
experienced it
niggas all the
firsthand.
time, if you talk to a gay nigga, they would say you were gay. That would make you
I'm
make
talking
you
about
gay. Like,
okay. Back
like-
in the day,
Well, I'll
Those
tell you about
niggas
a
still feel
conversation
the
I had
same
with a former
way.
coworker, and I stopped speaking to him because I was so upset in this debate, and I literally just I stopped speaking to this nigga. I said what's up on my last day of work there, but it was so upsetting because no, it's really real though, Sabre. Like you be surprised.
Yeah.
Like this dude basically told me that gays were ruining the black community, and I'm like. What? Like, I mean, yeah, you know, what I'm supposed to tell my little nephew? Because for some reason, there's always a hypothetical gay couple kissing somewhere. I don't know where all these kissing gays are because I don't be fucking seeing them on the sidewalk. But every person who hates gay and thinks it's so wrong and preaches about how it's so wrong, it's always, so what I'm supposed to tell my little nephew when he see two men kissing? Where are you seeing these niggas kiss? Because I ain't seen it yet. They be minding their business. Tell them mind his fucking business. That's what I told him. Tell your little nephew mind his fucking business.
I don't want my sons to grow up and when they not see it, think like it's odd or it's not like natural.
I'm not
like
against normalizing it, you know.
I get what you're saying, but also I will tell you what men do. Some men do have filters, and they won't tell you how they really feel, like on maybe Twitter or like social life. But they'll tell you, no, there is hate for
hate.
Yes, yes. I'm not making.
I wonder what percentage of straight black, we're talking about men in particular.
But I wouldn't,
hate
and that's
gay.
the thing is,
I don't think. I think it's probably like 10-20%.
that's too low. I'm not saying it's 50-50, but it's not.
I would say,
but also, I mean, it might be
in the urban
different.
communities a lot too. Like, but the dude really said,
it
like,
depends
yeah,
on where
we
you're
beat
from too.
But that's what
maybe
he said.
Atlanta
We beat niggas up like
is different.
that. Like that's
but
what he told
Up
me.
here, level of maturity as well. I think that's the level of maturity.
Yes.
Because most people I know just don't care.
Yeah.
We're just like, all right, whatever. It's like black women who date white men. Like, all right, I mean, if you're happy, like date them.
As long as you're not bashing black men in the process, knock yourself out.
You know how many black
women? We
women?
don't got time to be worried about what everyone else is doing.
But you are when you're commenting saying that you don't want to see that, you are worried about it.
They are, and I wonder what's going on in their life to be so worried about what they're doing.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. And so I'm gonna tell you just like I told
black
that
women
dude.
Don't like men dating outside their race.
He told me he was gonna
Don't
tell
like
his
it,
little nephew.
but some people are more adamant about hating it than others.
He said he was gonna tell his little
I have to make a
nephew.
point after you finish, Jada. Can I say? I'm gonna say something after you say. After
The
you.
dudes, when he said, what I'm supposed to tell my little nephew when he see two men kiss, I said, tell him mind his fucking business. He said, nah, I'll tell him, yeah, man, that shit wrong. No, we don't do that. We like girls. We beat niggas up like that. I was like, okay, so when a
that's
no.
insane.
So I'm
That's
like,
a
so
small
when a
percentage.
That's
faggy,
insane.
as you call him, whip your nephew's motherfucking ass, then what? When your nephew
still a
takes
man.
the L behind it, I was so disgusted by that.
You sound more mad at the nephew or have no.
Oh, sorry. No, but he got to take the L on behalf of his uncle. But I was just so disgusted because I'm like, you really, like, you think that this is okay to be violent against someone because of that. So for me, I told him, I said, well, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like you're lonely in that fucking closet since everybody's out and you want your company back. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you want your friends back. I'm sorry, they're out. You can come out and frolic if you want to.
Yeah, I'm not even, see, that's too much. I wasn't even talking about that deep. So yeah, that's crazy right there.
Like,
I personally don't, or it hasn't been expressed to me. But I know a lot of straight men, and a lot of them really just don't give a fuck. They might laugh at them or something like that if on some way that they walk or say certain things, but it's more so like that nigga crazy as shit. Like, but not off some get away from me, because I used to work with a transgender person, and my clients, my male clients, they'd just be like, "What's up?" and just have a seat and get their haircut.
Jack from once, yeah.
Niggas don't even eat hot dogs in public. That just tells you how much niggas are.
That's different. No, that's different. That's different. I would say it's different.
It ties directly into it though.
Because it's more of an ongoing joke. Like they know if their friend sees them eating a glizzy, they're gonna put them on Instagram and make a big deal of it.
But what
niggas are saying pause when you when we were growing up, you didn't. I have to pause every conversation
because some stuff do sound wild.
But it wasn't like that back in the. Now it's like, oh man. I just want to go out to eat. Oh, you about to go out to eat?
No, a nigga could be like
what?
Nigga could be like, man, he handed me the meat, so I went ahead and ate it. And if you say that around me, I might be like, he did what? Like,
because that's your generation.
Yeah.
Our generation don't do. It's like no.
But it's just funny.
It's exhausting.
But
it takes me 20 minutes to have a 3-minute conversation because I gotta put a full timeout this whole conversation.
You know who does that a lot?
Pause if applicable.
Maul and Joe Buttons and them, they do that a lot.
I ain't even gonna
there.
hold
They do it
y'all
all the
though.
time.
My son told me to say pause the other day.
I ain't even
He's
gonna hold
4.
y'all. I paused earlier in the show. Y'all might not have heard it, but I paused you earlier. But nah, I'm
Oh,
not
shit.
even not even gonna hold y'all though, because as politically correct as I am right now, I'm the queen of that shit. I'll catch your ass from a mile away. You going what? What?
Because it's more comical than I would pause one of my gay friends.
But
like,
no, niggas really can't eat hot dogs no more. Like that's sad. Niggas
Yeah.
gotta go eat that
They
hot
got
dog. You gotta leave
popsicles,
the you gotta leave
bananas,
the
any-
cookout and go eat your hot dog in the car.
Damn.
And then
It's
come
the
back.
most popular.
That's heavy.
Cookout
cookout
is the best
item.
part.
you
You're
can
getting
just
invited
cut
to
it
it.
with a fork and knife. And
Who? That's not how you eat a hot dog.
You
I
gotta
don't-
break
If you're
and
gonna do
bite.
it, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it.
then just
You gotta
grab
break
that
and bite.
burger,
Break
bro.
and bite.
And don't let you like more than 2 condiments, or that motherfucker fully dressed too. That joint is that
Damn,
joint is
motherfucking
business.
tuxedo.
Right,
Going to
that-
prom.
That joint is black tie.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's
Moving
so
on.
let's move on. But no, shout out to all of my friends and stuff like that. Just know that just because people may not agree with the lifestyle, don't mean that they don't fuck with you. Okay,
You just shout out all your friends though. Like,
my gay friends.
Shout
I meant
out all
to
my
say my
friends
gay
or whatever,
friends
because
no,
I mean, it's
shout
my
out to all
show.
my gay friends because they get a lot of them get triggered because of maybe 1 or 2 bad experience they've had with heterosexual people, and I just hate that. Not homophobic people or whatever, and I just hate that how black men have more of that stigma of not supporting or whatever. And just because they don't even support you, just doesn't mean that they don't like your existence or they want to be violent. You got some ignorant niggas, just like you got some ignorant people in the other groups. I just don't like when we are categorized as that more than all these other groups who, in their culture, it is like shunned to
you
the
getting
highest
murked.
Yeah.
level.
Literally.
But black men are the face of harming LGBT people.
I don't know any black man that hates gay people. I don't know any.
Okay. I
Any.
did. But if you're not speaking up in support, how's that really like? If say something's happening with black women, right? If I'm not speaking out on it or like showing some type of action, and I'm just like I feel kind of like indifferent. Is that really supporting black women?
Well, okay, so you don't even have to support. Just know that you can not support something but still not be against it.
You can just tolerate it.
You can just tolerate and move on. Or just like, look, I got other stuff that I work. Like, I don't like to see kids in these fucking camps and at the border, but you're not going to see me at no fucking border.
Not every fight has to be your fight as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of issues in our community. So we were talking earlier about things I do. I have an organization that I help black men. It's called Black Men United, right? So we have webinars, workshop. It's all free. We talk about some real shit, man. Some real hardcore shit.
Like cocaine?
No.
like
That's okay. Not anymore anyway. But
Plug this nigga Mike, man.
and that's what I do. So it's not for a black woman, it's for a black man. So there are a lot of issues going on, and if you try to fight every issue, you can go crazy.
Oh
Yeah, I'm not
Go
definitely
crazy.
that.
So like for me, for example, the gay fight is not my fight. I'm cool with my friends, but that ain't my fight. I'm not against them, but I'm also not at the pride parades at all.
I just think that for real, like, even if it's like when you said like, oh, how if you're not doing that, then how you really supporting it? Honestly, sometimes support is just staying the fuck out the way. If you're not going to help the fight, don't hinder it.
I agree.
And
I
by
think
not being
that's
tolerant,
fair.
you're hindering it. And I don't understand that because like it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Like you being gay is not gonna make me or my kids gay. And I'm like, sweetie, if your child watching a TV show make them gay, let me tell you who the fuck was already gay. Your motherfucking child. Trust.
True.
Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit more about relationships and how finances play a part. For you, Andre, first of all, are you married or
I'm separated.
separated?
Yeah.
Like real life?
We'll be divorced probably by the end of the year.
Oh, okay. So it's a real because some people say that and then just be like,
Yeah, no.
okay.
This is not a break. So
Okay.
it's a wrap.
So how important? So when you're choosing
Shoulda queued
a
up Avant, you
partner,
some shit. So you should have queued up Avant. You some shit.
I know I'm some shit. I'm sorry. So when you choosing it, but so you're currently going through a divorce. How does that affect a person financially? I don't want to get into your personal business, but there are other people that may be thinking about like, oh, well, I might as well stay with her. I don't want to be on child support or I don't want to pay alimony and stuff like that. I know that those things can affect men financially. So, like, how does that play a part, and how does that affect your, your worth, your net worth, and all of these things.
I'll
that
let you
people are
know
trying
in
to
a few
build.
months.
Is a lot of that marital assets or considered
No.
marital assets? Or you come into that already?
We weren't married long.
Okay,
and
okay,
most
okay.
stuff that I had going on was before.
Oh, sweet,
so,
sweet.
So it probably would be
Nice.
minimal on my part.
Yeah.
But it is something to consider because things can go astray. Things
So-
can go astray. So,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, you can go.
So with moving forward, would you consider a prenup?
I was just about to ask you, how you feel about prenup
Yes,
shit?
a prenup, post-nup, get a nup in there. Yes, I'm
Nup,
at
get a
it.
During nup.
I would definitely make sure that
I would
everyone
insist
gets
upon
one.
it.
Yeah.
What if-
Things can get wild, man.
What about if you don't have any wealth or you don't have anything that you've built so far and you're trying to get
sign
with
a prenup.
someone?
What's the minimum, like,
the minimum amount of assets you need to have?
amount of assets you need?
So here's the thing: it's if things go astray, even if things happen, so we're married in 2018, divorced in 2025. 2018 ain't got nothing. 2025 got a lot. It's what are you going to divide up in 2025? And in 2018, everything was great. Now, y'all hate each other. So you want to have preparations for when if things go there when you guys were loving each other. So it's easier to divide up when you hate each other.
See, this is the kicker, though. This is my issue. And I don't even have issues with prenup, but, Stink, I'm not about to sign no prenup. I don't want your fucking Xbox. Like, you don't have nothing. It be 30, niggas make 32K, talk about some, yes, you gonna sign. Nigga, you have one PS4 game. We good. You don't even pay for the PSN card, the $49.99 a year. Like, I'm not fighting with you over. Yes.
Yeah.
So
I would
when
be offended.
so when dating or whatever, so what should men look for with women financially? I know we spoke earlier in the show about their level of ambition and stuff like that, but what should they have?
What should the woman have?
Yeah, and then I want you to talk about what the men should have before they get married, because a lot of people will get married when they don't have any money, and I don't think that you should do that. But go ahead.
You don't think so?
No.
Really? Okay. What should women have when you marry them? They should know how to cook.
Clappers.
I think they should know. They should know how to
woman
cook. I think they should know.
That's the most. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I think they should.
I'm on that bacon.
So here's a woman that I pursue, right? I pursue domesticated women who know how to cook, who are old-fashioned, who want to follow a man's lead, all that shit, right?
Just thinking here. It's like,
Some people,
Got you.
some men don't care about that stuff. They want a woman who's going to pay 50% of the bills. I'm less concerned with that because I have enough money to pay the bills.
Me
Right.
and Sabrina just traded faces, though. That's so fucking funny.
So
I'm a 50%.
you're 50. Hey, everyone got. It's important to know
Because
what
I
you
am
need.
only doing 50% of the housework, and it ain't gonna be the grocery shopping or folding the
We
clothes.
spoke
Yeah.
we
So
So I
spoke
will
about this,
gladly
but
That's fair.
everybody
That's
fucking
knows.
fair.
bills
And-
and let you wash them fucking clothes.
Everyone knows where I stay. I don't want to bore you.
She's a
again.
1,000 to 0 kind of
Not
girl.
true.
I mean, listen. So for my marriage, my wife didn't work. I took care of everything. I didn't touch a dish. I didn't wash nothing. I didn't mop. I
Yeah,
didn't cook.
I be damned. I need niggas to do shit like that because I don't feel like it.
Hey, and that's all fair. So I don't knock what other people do, which is why I actually question like that. I don't force my general rules on people.
Yeah,
I just want people to be aware of what they're getting into.
yeah.
So I'm fully aware of the kind of woman I want. I'm fully aware of the kind of woman that I have the best relationships
You
with.
find the type of woman that fits that,
Bingo.
Right.
like somebody
Rather
with
trying
some
to change
damn
somebody.
sense.
So
Yeah.
hypothetically,
Yeah.
all right, because I don't want to talk about your situation, but say if you get in another relationship,
Yeah.
right? You're paying all of the bills. How about one day she don't feel like cooking? Is there
Is it if it's a one day thing? I mean,
no? How about 2 days in a row? She said you come in the house. All right, Tuesday, cool. Wednesday, she's like,
steak and
yeah, I
cheese
still
in the
wasn't feeling.
microwave.
it wasn't every day.
You come home and some
Like
steak
how
and cheese
often
in the
does she have to because I think this
What
is
I
important.
expect, the majority of the week, so 4 days or more
So
Okay,
you feel
so
about
weekends
leftovers?
is kind of like
You like leftovers?
for those 3 days.
yeah. So okay, so that brings me. Go. Did you have something else,
no.
Sean?
So I mean, because usually I think it's no man should want a woman to cook 7. Like usually it's like
That's a
weekend.
lot. Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
going
yeah.
out maybe
Order out,
Friday,
go out.
Saturday.
Yeah.
You going out maybe
And 3
Sunday.
to 4 days
cook
a
day.
week. 3 to 4
3
days
to
a
4.
week.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a hard and fast rule. So I'm not.
You like Alfredo?
It's all right.
No, that's
It's not a
bitch's
hard. So
specialty.
I don't eject these hard and fast, over assertive rules.
Why not? You're paying for everything.
It's a general.
Right,
It's
do
a
what you
general agreement.
Yeah.
And if a woman, so I don't believe in forced leadership. Either you follow my lead or you don't. I'm not yelling at you to follow my lead. If you don't follow my lead,
If she don't, can she get out?
Yeah, go. Yeah.
No, I mean,
I'll drive
like,
you.
no, like, are you insisting that she get out? It's like, no, because I would put her ass out.
We won't date. We won't
Follow the
date.
lead.
Yeah.
Get
We
your
won't.
ass
Yeah,
out.
and it's a real simple discussion. So I date women who
are down with that.
are down.
Yeah.
With, I'm not converting you into being
Gotcha.
submissive. I ain't doing none of that shit. You gotta follow my lead or not.
How many days of the week should I give up the pussy?
wow.
That's a good question.
In my relationships, we tend to.
I
have
mean,
a lot
like
of sex.
we're not talking about
Okay.
hypothetically.
Yeah,
in
no.
other-
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
My relationships have been healthy sexually. So we have a lot of sex.
Well, she got enough energy. She ain't got to go to fucking work all day.
Even with women who work, even with women who, not every woman. So I've dated women who might still work, but they still do the domestic shit. If they
Yeah.
got careers, that's fine. I'm not, if you want to go to work, go to work. I still need you to do this other stuff
Right.
for me to take you
Right.
for me to pursue you in a certain
How
situation.
often should I give up the head?
Oh, that's a few times a day usually.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
see that? Okay, yeah, okay.
That's
I want.
a few times
This no disclaimer podcast. I need you to.
He went rogue as shit, though. I wasn't, that's a few
and
times
it's
a
not
day.
got to.
I strongly suggest that you do that.
Yeah.
If you
And they
want
want
to keep
to.
living like
Got you.
this.
And they want to. Again, you got to know who
You
you're
paying all the
dating.
bills. You
gotta
better be
know
a
who you're
vicious
dating.
head
Better be
giver.
a
First of all,
sucking ass man.
You gotta
It is
know who
very
you're dating.
underrated. It is underrated. It's
They
an
don't like
underrated
sucking dick.
thought. That's
Really?
Neither one of them.
Oh shit.
That's not entirely true.
Yo, motherfucker, the name of the
I said
show was.
entirely.
Really?
It's either is.
So
It's
how
either-
often?
I'm not in a relationship. So
If you were.
it depends on the
all
man.
these
To be
fucking
honest,
things.
it
Okay.
depends on the man because I'm trying not to
If
put my
he's paying,
personal stuff.
okay, if he's paying for all.
That changes everything.
Okay, so how much are you sucking dick if you paying for everything?
And why?
Okay, so if I'm not going to quantify it because I don't know, but when a man is being a provider, it does create a certain energy,
Arousal.
in women, yes, versus a man who does it for me. Because
Wait, what?
I simply just want to know how many times you sucking dick a week.
I don't know because I
Have
haven't.
you ever been in a relationship where the guy paid all the bills?
No.
Okay.
So that's
So
why
you
I'm
not
like.
sucking no
that's-
dick. Because you don't
That's
like,
why I don't
you
know.
don't
No.
like 50-50 dick suck. Like, you like, nah,
That's
50-50.
why- that's-
I'm
and I
out.
You
think
sucking
that-
dick
that's
every
the
other week
mindset.
if he paying 50-50.
So
Every other leap year.
so-
Oh no, leap year can't suck your dick
So
this year.
I've been single for about 7 months now, and I learned so much about my single self.
Okay.
And something that I noticed about when I was in a relationship, first of all, the I'm trying not to share too much, but first of all, when you're in a relationship where, and this is speaking generally, where the man is not the provider, the sex drive is not always all the way
That's the
there.
truth. Yeah.
That is just what it is.
That's the truth.
And I'm not in a relationship or a situation like that, but I could see myself like being with someone who is more of a provider and me wanting to do
But you
more
knew
in
that
that
going
area.
in, though.
Yo,
So
I was in that old relationship.
You knew that going in.
In the
though.
old relationship, I was 21. So
So,
that
so was the pussy popping at first and then it just
yes,
unpopped?
yes, it was popping at
Oh.
first because look, we were 21 and he was like maybe a year or two older, and the dynamic was different because I was in my career way longer. So yeah, I made more money, but I was expecting, okay, going along with when this happens, the dynamic would change. But when things happened and hypothetically, when things got to a certain place where things were more equaled out, the dynamic was pretty much never changed. It was still comfortable being with the 50-50 or
Coochie packed up her
contributing-
ovaries and was like, I'm out.
if I'm with somebody, a woman, whether she cooking or not, even I want her to cook, I'm always aroused by her. That's why I'm with her. Like
But
whether she.
that's a little different
See,
though.
that's
How
my
is it different?
lifestyle,
Men
because
are
I'm not
driven
doing none of that.
because we can all agree
Niggas
that
still
men and women
like
are
me.
different in nature. Men
No,
want-
I think women can do more with sex than men can.
No, I'm saying we are driven differently, meaning men are driven more physically than women are. Women are more driven by security, by nature.
Yeah.
By
I mean,
nature.
I'm not a woman, so you would.
By
you would be
nature,
more
I would
well-versed,
say
okay.
I would say by nature. Now, of course, everybody's not the same, but I would say by nature we're more driven by security. Y'all driven more by physical.
So this is what I get right, because I've seen some women say, "Oh, I'm not going to follow you if I don't trust your decision." Then why the fuck you with me? Like,
I don't.
no, I'm not saying you. I've seen them like
You
if
made
you
a
don't
couple
trust,
good decisions, and
if
this
you
shit
don't
went
trust
left.
my leadership, or it takes all these things for you to do this, don't be with me.
I
Because it's
agree
not
with
going to
that.
be relationships. And I'm not no fucking therapist. I'm just going off my personal. Everything. Sometimes it's not 50-50. Sometimes it's 80-20. Sometimes it's 7-30. It to me, it will come back around. But if you're not willing to give yourself all, give your partner all of you, if it counts on how much money you're going to make, or if you cook this night, or this and that, you're going to have a bad relationship.
No, that's 100% true. That's true, but that comes with maturity and that self-awareness to even know when your time, when your expiration date is there, and it's not something that's not changing for you, or in a way where the expectations change with the current situation.
What's your ideal situation?
Him paying the mortgage.
Him paying
Everything.
We've talked about this
Yes.
so many times.
So, because I did want to ask,
Him pay-
She gonna
Okay.
get. He gonna get
Insurance,
all the. She gonna pay him back in
life
tried
insurance.
No,
layers
that's-
and bok
Full
choy.
locks.
no. So my
Roads.
ideal situation would be with a man who
Roads.
is. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I would prefer to have a man that is a financial provider.
Okay.
Um,
What's the minimum income requirement?
It depends on where you live.
Okay.
But just,
He don't like bok choy, Sabre. You're not gonna pay this man back in fucking bok choy.
they tease me about that, but
So
but
bok choy making
no.
ass.
So it depends. It depends on it depends on the situation. But I mean, in this area, to be able to comfortably afford a mortgage, I would say at least 150, at least
Okay.
to comfortably afford a mortgage and majority of the finances.
So your man needs to be making 100.
Are you gonna
Or
stop
your ideal?
barbering? Or no?
Ideally, huh?
Are you gonna stop barbering?
No.
Well then, bitch, chipping.
No, but that's that. But see, the level of the hours that I work would not have to be as much. You get what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have to work as hard because I can afford to get home early enough
what are
to
you
do.
going
So a
to
nigga
pay?
don't. She shouldn't even
What you
approach
gonna
you unless
pay?
if you making 150.
I don't want to hear
Not-
about all the nuggets you gonna make. What
be-
you gonna pay?
It
in the
depends. We would have
house?
to have an agreement. I would have to ask him what's comfortable for him or what he would
What
want me
would
to do.
you be
What would I-
willing to pay?
Whatever
Fuck what
he
say.
say. Whatever
Whatever
he
bills
say.
he like. No, fuck that.
Hmm.
What you?
Type of bills.
What would you? No, like
Whatever the
take him out of that as far as having a choice. What would you?
I think
willing
a
to
better
pay?
question is what's
like,
the minimum
would you be
that
like,
you
I
would
will pay the cable or the car note? Like, what
Yeah.
you?
I would pay the ideally if we would have to have this talk, but the utilities and of course if I'm gonna be cooking, I'm gonna go out and get the groceries. I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I get money?
Can
for
he
the
leave the
groceries?
AC on 60? Yes.
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
All right, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? All right,
He can
we
leave it on
make
set.
it.
We'll compromise.
Are we cooking with
Compromise.
gas now? All right,
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm
He
saying?
can control the. Listen, you pay the mortgage, you can control the AC. Okay.
Electric
You
bill
can
gonna be the same price as the
No,
damn
it's not.
mortgage.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But I think I just think, and I'm guesstimating here, but I would say 150 would be what is comfortable. Now, I also like in dating, I look at the mentality of a man before
gonna
the
say that
income
next, yeah.
because I understand that a man could be a millionaire but not want to, not have the mentality to take care of his family or
very
his
true.
woman.
It's some
So-
niggas stingy.
Or somebody who makes 75 who's like, I want to take care of my family if with what I have. So I look more so at the mentality because
It's the desire. It's the desire
Yeah.
because if he has the desire and he has a quality woman, it will internally
Yes.
push him to just figure some shit out.
Yeah, because some men don't even have the desire. Like you said, you're a 50%er. I would not date a person that has that mentality. I would be like, okay, thank you, have a nice day. I respect that, but that's not
Let me
for
tell
me.
you something.
He ain't gonna tell you.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Maybe not with you, which kind? These women, you treat them right, give them some good dick. A lot of stuff that they say they ain't going to deal
They'll
with.
become 50%ers.
No, I want to say 50,
You can
maybe
fuck
60 or 40.
50%
But
off
I
her.
see so many women have so. And I'm not saying you, Sabrina.
No,
I see
man.
so many women say they only going to deal with this, and that, and then I look at their nigga. I'm like,
So when I
No.
say that, I look at it as in what I deserve and what I feel like I bring to the table. And because I'm naturally a giver, just in all aspects,
Yeah.
I'm
Solid
gonna want
mistake.
somebody. That's why I look at that first because I cannot date a selfish person. You get what I'm saying? Or
That's
somebody
important.
who feels like they're counted. Okay, well I did this, and you should be doing this. And I can't do that because if I'm at the store and I see
of
something in
course
my
you ain't
life,
going to do
where
it
I'm
because
doing
he
this, or
paying
whatever.
90% of the bills. You okay?
So there we
wiggle
go.
room.
That don't
To
sound
be
that don't sound
selfish,
like
nigga.
too much of a giver.
I'm saying I'm naturally
She'll give in different ways.
in different ways.
Oh,
and so
okay,
something
got
that we
it.
so a debate that we so I wanted to get in some debates that we always
What
have.
I worth? My dick worth? You paying the whole fucking mortgage?
Pussy is worth more than dick. We all know that.
Oh no, it's not.
Way more.
Oh no, it's not.
I don't know, some
Pussy's
trash
worth
cat
more.
out here.
Yeah.
But I'm talking generally.
You ever had pussy
is
before?
worth more
It's Mike.
than dick.
Yeah, this is about
Pussy lasts longer, has more longevity than dick.
You know why? So if it lasts
I'm talking
longer,
about like years wise.
that's why it's not worth more.
But that don't be dead as shit. Like,
First of all, pussy.
you gotta put lip gloss on it after a while. You know what I'm saying? What you saying?
No, see, dick is supply and demand. Pussy always gonna be around.
Nah,
You're
I think
proving
it's
my
the other
point.
way
It lasts
around.
longer. Ah, yeah, cool.
lasts
But you can
longer.
only get this prime dick for 15 years? Okay, gotcha.
I was like, it got a shelf life
Yeah.
and shit.
Gotcha.
That's my opinion. I think pussy. is
Niggas
worth
at
more.
40, yeah.
But no, but yeah, I definitely go more to desire or the mentality of a man rather than how much. That's why you ask me how much. I really never really given it thought
I get what you're
because I'm
saying,
going
yeah.
for more of a mentality or whatever.
Makes sense.
She tried to, because first of all, Sabre is an independent woman. I don't think she's a gold digger. She was basically trying to sugarcoat that 150. We're talking about, she's like, okay, I maybe went too hard. Oh, the mentality. Oh, that's bullshit. Let's go. I was going to let her rock out, but you know what I'm saying?
in PG County, and I understand that the cost of living, the taxes, and all of this stuff, your average mortgage is $1,500 to $2,500. So that's why I say
Paying
that.
that on $70K in an apartment, girl, cut it out. So,
I'm just saying, like that's.
I'm like, but how he gonna pay that
average.
and my bills too? Like,
No, I feel like I would take
hoards
care
her
of my
checks.
whole.
That's
I don't
it.
have that many. I don't have that many bills.
she gonna hoard her checks.
At the end of the
Keep
day,
them on.
just like, you do what works for you. I think
Yeah.
if everybody minds they fucking, because
Yeah.
it's
I
a
I
lot
think
of
that's
people
important.
who
It's
do.
underrated, man.
It
It
is.
is
It's
like
underrated.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of situations, and I see women clowning other women for being with certain dudes. Clearly, she happy, and you happy and single. Maybe that's what you want to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like everything works with
Air
you.
quotes.
You know what I'm saying? Some women, if a nigga, because this is what I do think. I think if men hated it, most men would take care of everything. Because like me and my boy always talk about it. Niggas, if they are truly into you, because I done been broke
You figure it out some
89%
shit.
of my life, okay?
And you figure that
make
out.
a
You
way
figure it
when
out.
she's worth it.
Even if you got to borrow money from your friends for a little while,
Yeah.
you'll do it to save face with your woman. I agree with that.
I
Yeah.
would. I've
Get out
literally
here,
like
get the
okay.
jugging like shit.
I've literally not eating out. Like I'm bringing sandwiches to work because guess what? I'm gonna make sure that restaurant that you said you like, we're going there. You're
make
not gonna
sure you
even
got
to
the
know that I'm
groceries.
hurting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Now we might not be going there once a week, but every other Friday
We
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
make
in
sure.
there. We gonna
you
be
know what
in
I'm
there.
saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like if
Is
most
it an
men
ice
had
sandwich?
the income to pay for everything, most men
Yeah.
would.
Are they ice sandwiches?
No, I mean I hooked them jokes up. You know, it don't be no slice sandwiches.
Whipped cream on there.
Hold on, whipped cream. Nah, I ain't going there.
I'll take Jamaica. I know that might be some different
I don't
culture
think
shit.
I ever struggled that hard. Like, niggas was talking about struggle sandwiches on the timeline the other day. Somebody said an ice sandwich. I was like,
What? Bread salty as shit.
what is that even? Just eat the bread. What is that even for? Like, it's
That-
all the shit you can put on ice. Like,
I wanted to cover some of our ongoing debates that we have, that being one of. We kind of covered that one because I wanted to ask you if a man is paying the mortgage, because we always have the debate, what should the woman be doing? And you said, so for
Sucking
you,
dick
okay,
several
so
times
this
a
is
day.
so.
Yeah, so that's a requirement. Like we're not even gonna date.
Yeah, not a hard
Wait,
requirement,
Sabrina,
but
ready,
it's
Sabrina, this is
suggested.
It's a very firm requirement. I don't have a lot of hard and fast firm rules, but that's up there. Like that's up
I think
there.
me and you may be in the same regard. I don't. No, hold on. No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not a big, you can't do this, you can't
Yeah,
do that.
no.
Like, literally. So, if I have, like, 2 requirements and you don't, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I don't press you out about anything else.
it's
You
just
can
a
complete
few.
these 2 tasks.
That's
Yeah.
I dig a few times.
No, I'm
That's
not
all
even
saying.
No, I'm not even
Yeah.
talking about like that, but it's like, I'm very, like, easygoing, laid back. I don't
Right.
care what you wear, what you post.
Yeah.
What if she a Bama? Do you care then?
I've dated some Bamas, and
Oh,
because
that sucks.
this is...
Obama is
My
somebody
aunt-
who cannot dress.
But my aunt told me this.
Really?
If you don't like the way
I
she
didn't know
dressed,
that.
stop buying her clothes. And I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to that because once you like give her ideas, I don't know if y'all ever dated a guy who couldn't dress. If you start saying, hey, look at look at this or which kind, or like hip him to stores or something, he'll probably start, okay, this is what my girl likes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Like,
feel like if he a Bama, we don't even get to that point. Like, it's just
No,
like,
I
this
was
nigga
dated.
can't
I've
dress
dated
for shit.
Obama. Just every birthday and holiday. It's Grandparents' Day. I got you a shirt.
No,
Why y'all
I
call
would
them
see that
Bama?
nigga walk right down the street. Like,
So
this
it's just
bum ass
that's just
nigga
like
right
a
there. He can't dress
DMV.
for shit.
It's a DMV slang for
Honestly.
someone who cannot dress usually. It could be used for other things, like you bammed out, like you did something that was out
Not
of character.
cool.
I
not
think what he's
cool,
asking is where the fuck did I came from? Because now that I think about it, where the
I
fuck
don't
did
know.
Bama come from?
I mean, where does any slang come from? We don't know.
No, you kind of know it's something like I don't
Not
know what.
necessarily.
Okay.
Bama.
90.
Okay.
I feel like 90% of the shit we say we can't necessarily like trace its roots
I think
to a
so.
specific
What's something else?
instance. We just know the time
Man, what
frame
else
that
we
it
say?
came out.
Finessing? But that's a real
Everybody's
word.
Like,
yeah.
like when people are like, oh, where did the
Finesse,
bomb come
yeah.
from?
That's bomb.
Where did that come from?
The bomb
'Cause
is kind of like it.
it's so
A sandwich at
great
Lenny's.
that it's like explosive.
You
Like
You know
it's
what we were
that
not gonna
much.
do, but either no.
Oh, what's
So when
another
niggas say
thing?
But
we
it's
say?
different from a man being a Bama because if you pretty and you fat, you can try to get away with
No,
being
if you
a
pretty and
Bama.
you fat, you're 99% more likely to be a Bama because them bitches are the worst.
Because women don't have y'all can
No
like
shade.
None taken.
y'all can get like
I'm the drip lord. Y'all know that.
y'all can get a cheap
That's a cool
shirt.
name, by the way.
Thank
It's
you.
not her
Yeah.
name. I don't know where she got this shit.
Y'all
from.
can get a cheap
I like
shirt,
it. I
cheap
like
leggings, and be good. Guys, we can't
But see,
buy
that-
cheap jeans or buy cheap.
It
Like you
don't even
can't go
cost
cheap on
much
some
to
stuff.
Not be a
I don't
Bama,
think it
though.
costs. I don't think it
I
costs.
feel
too
like
much.
I feel like if you're a Bama, you making
Like,
a
you can't
conscious
shop at
effort to be a
Marshalls,
Bama
man.
because
Marshalls,
it's
TJ
so
Maxx.
inexpensive
too.
to
Keep it
look
rolling.
decent,
Okay, but
especially
okay,
women.
but you can't go cheap on like hard bottoms. Unless
Probably.
you go like Nordstrom, like you can
Probably
kind
not
of deal
that.
like
Yeah,
Nordstrom, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
some things like you can find some nice shoes at TJ Maxx and some
Yeah.
Adidas, but when you get some hard bottom, you can't go cheap on shoes.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you on that. I'm
You
with
can't
on
go
that.
on dress pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
yeah.
went-
Dress pants. And,
One
and,
time I went cheap on
shoe-
dress pants. Went out in the
Oh,
winter
yeah.
time, my
That's
dick
not-
almost fell off. The wind just said, ka, 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 ka. Like I said, oh no. The wind was like, why the fuck did you come out the house with these fucking pants on?
Oh.
It's like paper mache. So you agree, some things we can't go.
Something you cannot go. you,
Mache.
can't skip on everything.
Nah, 99% of fat bitches are fucking Bamas. Like if they dumb fat, like their asses is like stupid fat, can't dress for shit. They be dressed like superheroes.
But as I
Look
get
at Keisha Cole.
as I get older though, like material things, like honestly, don't bother. Like it's like having a peace of mind, like having a woman that supports you. Like you know, I know this sounds like super.
But
like,
you don't
cliche.
see that when you see her. You see
No,
her, she's
but
a
like
fucking Bama.
it's certain stuff like back then. You had to be the prettiest girl. You had to be nice sized titties. You had to have hips. You had to be able to
hips are
dress.
important.
You had to be able to sing. You had to be able to
Wait,
cook
you don't still
blindfold.
want those
like
first three things anymore? Like
no, looks like seriously.
So you
even
just
like with
gave up
sex,
on titties?
I'd rather a woman who is amazing cook and mediocre sex than amazing sex and that bitch don't cook at
'Cause
all.
at least you
Like, we
can
gonna
eat
carry
good
out.
and cheat.
And of course we want. Hold on. Of course we want both,
Yeah.
but it doesn't always work like that because with my experience, if the sex is mediocre but you are really in love with her, it's still really good.
Because you're
of
gonna
the
cheat
person
regardless,
with.
so it's like I want to cheat with steak. I don't
Black
want to
men don't
cheat.
cheat. I don't know.
I want to cheat with a steak on the table, bitch. I want to cheat on a, you know what I'm saying? And I come home to spaghetti.
How old
Like,
is you?
I'll be 34 this year.
Cool.
How
Because you ever met a bitch that can't cook? She be like, I made this,
It's the
bitch. I bet,
worst.
bitch.
It's the worst. We can't even date, fam.
But what if
Yeah,
she
like
wants
what the
can't
fuck?
even
Like
date.
what? Who? Did
Something I
another nigga tell you you can cook? No one told you you can't
You're
cook
too old
because
not
men
to
are not
cook,
honest
man.
with women.
You
cook
are
like
too
shit.
old.
Men are
I got
honest
two
with
kids and
women.
they still alive. I could cook.
So I know cooking is up there is important.
Cooking,
for men.
femininity, getting along with other people in my family,
Yeah,
helping me out with
I
like
don't give a fuck about
paperwork
your
and
family,
stuff
but
like
my
that.
family's
What if your
important.
family's some shit? Like,
So?
is your family some shit?
Coke.
Getting along with the people who are reasonable in my family.
Okay.
Okay.
Cooking, femininity.
And what do you-
I gotta see you and want to have sex with you.
Right. So looks are important as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to want
You have to be attracted
I
to
have
her.
to want you.
I
What-
mean, yeah, that's not unreasonable.
Well, yeah, that's not at all. What do you mean by femininity? Since we are, with society.
Yeah, I know what you-
we
so
ain't fucking
if
in
I
right
ask
now.
her
Like,
to
what's
the
up, Slim? Don't what's up, Slimmy.
If I ask her to describe herself and she
Yeah.
describes herself as being strong and independent, then we aren't gonna date.
Yeah.
If she
Soft
describes
hand lady. I don't describe myself like that. I am very soft. First the fuck of all.
if she
As
if
soon
But
as
I
she
will
says
definitely
she's strong and independent, you fucking the first
But
week.
definitely-
She trying to build up a wall and see you going to climb it. You ain't even have to climb it. You going to blow that
I'm
wall
super
down.
soft,
Every month.
but I'm
We just
definitely gonna be
won't-
like, hey Mo.
we just won't
Hey, why
be
does it?
seriously involved. We just want to be seriously
Yeah.
involved. But if she describes herself, I'm soft, I'm old fashioned, feminine, cook, then I'm usually pursuing her in a different light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be lying like shit. I say stuff like that. I be lying.
Yeah, I think black
the worst.
women, I don't. Black women should not start off with I'm independent. Like if you're independent, that's going to show. I mean,
you know how
you'll
she
know.
move. You,
I just be
how
like,
she
I'm
talk.
fine as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart or whatever.
Yeah, but
The
the
cheeks
independence
But it's not
will
a
show.
turn
The
off.
cheeks move when the 99 and the 2000 come on. You know what I'm saying?
That's important too.
I mean, debate.
It's not a turn on to a certain quality of men for a woman to be independent. So I'm not sure why she
Yeah,
would put that out there.
homosexuals.
Homosexuals love
They
that.
love-
Oh yeah,
oh,
You independent?
They the dude.
Oh,
you
go,
independent?
You go,
Give me a
boo.
straight-
All he can
If
see
you-
is him driving your Ultima while
Yeah.
you at work.
If you see a man talking about he wants a strong, independent woman, he wants you to pay for shit.
Yeah.
And all
That's
of my
a word, ladies.
all of my friends, sorry, Sean, who are six figures per se and upwards, and who are overly ambitious, we all date the same or marry the same kind of woman. All very similar.
And for the
And you-
ladies,
And you are an alpha male, so it doesn't matter like if a woman is independent, because most likely you're gonna be taking care of everything.
Yeah, I mean, her being independent does nothing for me.
Yeah, gotcha.
It does nothing.
You're going to be independently washing the motherfucking dishes.
That was a good point that you made.
I think for the ladies, it's very enlightening to hear from a quality man because a lot of times the access isn't always there. You know, they're listening to their aunties or moms telling them who don't have quality men what to do to get a quality
science,
man.
right?
So
Science.
just saying, it's good content for our ladies to hear you describe those things.
Instead
I
of
think.
keep on hearing me talk about it.
No,
You
but
are wild.
no, they get perspective from a 50%er, and I think there's a lot of women out there who like that and that will use that information. But for people who don't want a 50%er, I think it's good. So what are those same type of women for the ladies out there? I'm aware. So
Man, somebody gonna put the mule on your ass.
No,
and
but hold on.
50%
But Sabrina,
of the
can I
mortgage
say
right
this before
about
Andre?
you.
no, listen. It ain't that. That ain't that.
Before
important.
Andre goes, I don't think a lot of women are cool with the 50. They will want that because, shit, if you don't got to pay for anything,
I'm paying
you know what I'm saying?
100% right now.
You know
I
what I'm
will
saying?
gladly
But
take
if they
the 50.
found a
Right,
good
'cause
partner
some
that's
people
That's
like y'all.
reasonable.
Yeah,
I
y'all
want to
done-
be in love so bad so I can split these bills like boo. What you
Hey, and that's not a bad thing.
look?
It's-
I'm
that's
100.
your thing.
Look,
That's right. Right. So
50%.
it's women that identify with Yada out there that's listening and viewing, and there's women out here that identify with me.
Yeah.
So-
sucks for
And
y'all.
none are
Good
wrong.
luck, y'all.
And none are right.
May the
It's
odds
just
be
different
ever in your
perspective.
favor.
And listen, and if
Would
that's
you
what
not
you want,
do 100% or
If I-
or 80? Let's even say 80. Would
I'll
you not-
do if I had it.
if you had it. You
I'll
would
do 100.
Okay, gotcha.
But just I want to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
You can't say shit to me.
so
Nah.
like
You can't say shit to me. You gotta ask me if people can come over the house. Your little cousin having a baby shower. Can they use the? Because you know I'm gonna have an indoor outdoor pool. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we was having a baby shower. Did you run that past me?
I think that's reasonable for anybody,
Who all
even
coming?
if y'all 50-50.
Oh, no,
like,
you're not coming. She's not
Yeah.
coming.
I think
100.
that's reasonable if you live with somebody regardless. Like, hey, I wanted to have a little kickback. That's cool with you for Friday. I think that even if it's 50,
100. You
Yeah,
have
nah,
to
fuck
ask
that.
me for
50-50,
everything.
I ain't running shit by shit. My
You
half,
can't come-
My half of the mortgage is having a party this weekend, bitch.
Hey.
Fuck you, man.
Hold
No,
on, why-
I don't think
you came
that-
in the house at 2:15. Don't do that shit again.
208,
Wow.
or I'm gonna smoke your ass. And if you get in here at 207,
But I know
it's
y'all
a problem.
joking. That's why God didn't give me everything.
Oh,
so
man.
so
I would
you're-
be so not humble.
okay.
What do
I
I tell a woman you were saying?
Yes, for the ladies out there, and then we have one more thing, and then we'll close out. But yes, so please.
What
for
would
the
I tell
ladies.
my sisters? I think that's what you're asking.
Yes.
What would well, they're married.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. What would I tell my nieces? Let's
Yes.
talk about my nieces. Know who you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I would say whoever they're dating, if they want to be married, ask them, "Do you look at me as a wife?"
Mm-hmm.
That's a very direct question. That tells
Yeah.
you a lot of answers because we.
You know these niggas are going to laugh, but go ahead.
I don't think all will. I think some will be caught off guard by that, and
Mm-hmm.
they might try to bullshit out of it. But it's a very direct question. So I look at I'm a marriage. Well, I got married, but I could also date
Mm-hmm.
for long stretches and be fine with that.
Right.
It's a certain quality of a certain type of woman who brings that marriage gene out of you,
Mm-hmm.
and ask the guy, "Do you look at me like that?"
That's dope.
What is your stance on important? Have 3 to 5 important things. What is your stance on these things? Finances, how you're raising kids. Are we verbal disciplining, spankings? How are we going to do these
And how
things?
soon?
and how soon? And
No, how early into the situation? Like
few
first
dates?
date, third date?
2 or 3? 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Can I be a stay-home wife? Do you need me to work? Do you want me to work? Would you be turned off if I don't work? Because that's real.
Do you like fish sticks?
Probably not.
Is being
but
pro-black
we'll-
being pro-black a requirement for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up there with the 3 times a day thing.
Oh my God.
I'm really about to read this book. You're
like,
inspiring.
Yeah.
Nah, no
It should be
bullshit.
Angela Davis
Yeah, that's
and
that's
Suck
what
the Heem.
I be
This
teaching-
is
Rice.
one of Andre's books.
I be
Right
teaching
here.
my little cousins. I'm like, drain these niggas. If they sweet, they want to give up that buck.
You try
Take
and get
'em.
a genie? Like 3 times, girl. 3.
No, I think the guys will get. Okay, so I always say it's not tricking if she's worth it because
Yes.
I've only
I
been
said that
dating
for
for
guys.
7.
I said it for
I've
guys.
only
That's the
been
truth.
dating for 7 months and I've gotten some things done. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
You've been out
different
here
though.
throwing
and
that
I'm
little
not
pussy.
throwing it, and I'm not throwing the pussy either.
Because,
And, you know,
because they working to get the pussy.
be that as it may. But you know what? You know what? For the women that use, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little guilty sometimes of using dudes sometimes, and I'll tell you why. This
Use
is why I can
them, that's
sleep
on
at,
them.
hold on.
Fuck
This is
these
why I can
niggas.
sleep at night when I do it. You know the difference between a man that likes you for you and that is trying to court you, and you know a nigga that's just like, oh, she fat, I want to fuck. Those are the niggas I use and drink.
Oh, so you
Well,
just
what's
try
wrong
to
with
justify
that,
your
though?
using.
I mean, no shade, but
I
what's
don't give
wrong
a
with
fuck,
that
though.
though?
Nothing, but a lot of men would be like, that's not right.
No, I'm saying what's wrong with dudes who just want to fuck? Like
Oh,
everybody
nothing.
doesn't want a
Oh,
relationship.
absolutely nothing. And that, but I treat them accordingly.
yeah.
Oh, them niggas,
Yeah.
see, they not. Oh, yeah, because I'm never telling women I'm just one fuck. I think all of them are my wives.
I know
Wives.
it's an energy. Women know. Women get the energy. If
No, you
you've been
don't.
through some things and you're wise enough at this point, you know if a man is just trying to hit. You know the energy is a little different.
Not if he's
Even if
seasoned.
that's
Not if
a-
he's
like,
seasoned.
that's not a guarantee.
It's
These
not. I'm
motherfuckers
not
beat
saying
the
it's a
next kids.
guarantee. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. But you can't. There will be a sign that you can choose to
There
read,
might
Ignore,
be a
yeah.
sign.
or you can choose to
There
ignore.
might be a sign.
Usually there is because men
Because
they
these
start
niggas don't
to
be
show
knowing
that
when I want to fuck.
men show their colors a lot quicker than we do, believe it or not.
Gotcha.
You know, y'all fake it to a certain point, and let's be clear, if you may wait long enough, they'll get impatient and they'll start showing their true colors.
It don't take that
Nah,
long.
It don't take that long.
But you got, what you
Yeah,
got to
if-
understand
if-
is a lot of time. But men are conquerors by nature, though.
But
So
you-
a lot of them will weather the storm with you just to say they conquered
But
you.
and it's a lot of
And then
it's-
still
okay, and then you
roll out
take
right
it,
after.
but that's the part of dating. You'll still take a L. You
Gotcha.
can take a L by doing that. But it's more unseasoned guys than there are seasoned because you guys to get some guys that will lead a certain way with their conversation, not even necessarily with sex, but you know what he's trying to do.
Gotcha.
And that's not trying to court you because they start asking you different questions. Versus the guy who is trying to court me, he'll start asking about, so, you know, how's, you know, your family and stuff like that. Like, they'll ask about your relationship with your mom. Like, they'll
Yeah,
ask you about stuff
that's
like
a big one.
that's a different conversation from what you're doing this weekend. I would love to take you here, or I'll love to see you in this, or da-da-da-da-da. Like, okay.
Those are
I need-
unseasoned guys.
Yeah, my car, I need an oil change. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't even talk about sex.
that's what I'm working on right now. Oh, what you doing later
What you doing
on?
this weekend is unseasoned,
I'm about to
baby?
get
They
my...
want to take you out?
No, I'm just saying that's my answers would be according to that. I would never use a guy who is like really trying to court me.
Oh,
you
you
know?
just use.
Nah, that's gonna be the nigga that
Yeah.
use you. Like,
So
you
you
know, oh
be-
yeah, he asked me about my mom. You gonna bust down? He gonna
Okay,
disappear.
and
So
that's, but that can happen. That's a risk.
Season.
That
So are
you're
you mad
taking.
if men use women?
No,
Oh,
I'm not mad about it.
You seem mad. It's like, nah.
I'm not
I
was
mad
just
about
saying
it.
because you just-
I'm not in love
yeah,
with it,
I
but
wouldn't like
No,
to
only
be
because you
used.
just said that it's some men that you wouldn't use and it's some men that you would use.
Because I think that it's something. Okay, so if I'm a successful man and I could see a woman that's approaching me that I could tell, but based on her verbiage and other energy, that she just want me for my money, then I'll call her at 1:30 only. You know, use her for the ass, like because I know that she just want me for my money, or just use her for whatever I would see an advantage. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because your intentions aren't pure.
But do you,
That's another
do you
reason-
believe in karma?
I do, and I'm scared.
Your shit about to be spinning like a fucking top.
I am scared.
I don't.
bro.
That's why I be moving
No, but I
so
think-
vicious.
No, I think that it's an even trade off. If you want something that is so personal to me and that's all you want because you see my body or whatever, I think that's an even trade off. I think that's karma complimenting each
But
each
that's
other.
not what. But
Because you only want my sex, so I can only want your money.
But that's being. But
Yeah,
the
that's
kicker
fair.
is that's being honest though. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
My thing is, you don't want a relationship right now though, right?
No. And I be honest.
Right. So I'm
Yeah.
saying, so you don't want a relationship. He don't want a relationship. Get that man a butt.
No, it's no fun in that.
These are jokes.
I know, but y'all always see it's no fun. The fun is not doing it.
No, it's pretty fun.
I've never had no fun not doing it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Must be
for
too fun
women.
because
For women.
for you,
It
because
must
For
be
me.
too
my
fun.
fun has nothing to do with that. My fun.
Yeah.
It's no fun. Dating is so fun. Anybody out there, y'all single, enjoy it. It's
Dating is fun for women.
Maybe.
Dating is fun for women. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Because guess what? You dating 3 different women. You got to take all them out. Got to pick them up. And you don't know it. 2 of them really don't even like you, but you too dumb to realize it. And then you just...
I saw somewhere someone post. I think it was
It's so expensive
to date.
Walking.
Yeah.
He posted that. I think a percentage of women,
30%.
30% of women only date for free meals. That is disgusting.
No, it's not. That's if a nigga's sweet, he's sweet.
There might have been a potential free food in my phone a few times or whatever.
Oh, shit.
But that's the
In the phone, underneath free food.
That's
I don't know.
but that's why I don't respect
you know who
certain
it
guys.
was too.
Tell me after the
We'll
show.
talk.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't respect guys. Like if you genuinely like a woman, you should court. You have to really be expecting nothing. Because then some guys get bitter,
Yeah.
like I did this. Like nigga, just because you pay for one dinner,
Yeah.
do
I
that.
disagree with that. I think you need to do it, but have a cutoff point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
'cause then you
sure.
just get milked.
You have your cutoff
Oh,
point.
if I don't fuck in 2 weeks, it's a wrap. That means you don't
so,
like me.
So I'm gonna think you want a firm ass date or two, but the third date, like you got to cook or something, or something like
that's
that.
a good.
No,
yeah.
It's
so-
on
Yeah.
you.
A good
Yeah.
first date, right? Find out where she work or what you come, and then like bullshit, like you was in the area, like, oh, you want me to bring you some Starbucks?
Yeah.
You gotta do that. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Because then
That's a
that
good one.
technically
Second
that's a
date.
second date.
You a G with it. Okay.
Then the third,
Okay.
Sucking
oh, shit.
dick.
third date, you do like a happy hour after work.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Let it
On
get
a
real.
Friday.
Let it get
Yeah,
real
so you know what
happy.
y'all. So after 3 dates, you know if you want to suck my dick or not. Stop playing with me, okay?
She knew on the first date.
I know, but I mean,
like
like now it's
true.
time to get down to the get down. So after that,
Yeah.
you probably have spent maybe like $150, and if you can't eat $150, like
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, dating is brutal for men. Like y'all really have to have some money because it can't get expensive.
And y'all do all that, and then the cat don't even hit. That'd be the worst part, though. Imagine
Yeah.
doing them 3 dates, right? And then the pussy trash.
or you go to her apartment, she has cigarette butts on her floor.
Ooh.
You got to ask
Or it
those
just
questions
smells
early.
like
Yeah.
or it just
ask those
smells like
questions.
actual butts in that junk.
Yeah, I don't think I could get, like, I couldn't get dressed and, like, get myself ready just for a meal, like, just to be talking to this.
Right,
dude.
I have
Like,
groceries.
I would just rather, now that's when the independence kicked in, because I'm like,
Look, I have
can
food
buy
in
my
the
own
house,
food,
and
like, I can go to the grocery, I make my own stuff, I could take myself out to a nice restaurant. I don't got time to be
I'd
sitting
be
in
at
front of no
Applebee's
dude.
like shit before I be sitting across from a
Man,
nigga I do
what?
not want to talk to.
Yeah.
I done fake some bad dates for the pussy.
Well, I can't do
I feel
it.
like that's a little bit different gratification. If you really like
Yeah.
out here and you going out with niggas you don't like to eat, sweetie, you are
Yeah.
get a job. Like, well, why you can't eat? What's
Yeah.
going on in your life that eating is so hard that you have to suffer through niggas' company
Yeah.
for it?
And
Like,
And it's a waste.
That's
And my
right.
time is important too. My time is
Bingo.
very
Yeah.
valuable. I don't want to spend 2-3 hours
Facts.
out with a guy that I don't care for, and then just for some food. Like I'd
No.
rather just make me
I could have
something.
made a steak and it got
Unseasoned.
bust
Like,
down.
that's
by
why you
a-
already have a destination after you set 2:00. Like, oh shit, I forgot.
I don't
At
need
4, I got. Oh.
I just make me go sit, make me a salad real quick and be good. Like it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Like
Man,
for me.
I be eating fried bologna like shit before I do some shit.
Yeah,
like that.
I can't do it. My time is too important.
We not
for
about to
that.
sleep on fried bologna though. 'Cause
Yeah.
that shit
When you
feels
value
like-
your time, you date different.
Way different.
You date different when you
Way.
value your time. Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Oh, like, I don't value my time at all, nigga. I want the coochie. This nigga.
Driven differently. Okay, so before we get out of here, I would love to hear from this from you. I know that you're very cool with Jay Morrison. He's getting a lot of criticism from the community right now because of his recent remarks about reparations. He was basically saying how it was foolish and to ask for something for somebody, and that goes along to with our one of our consistent debates we have in here, which is they believe that we shouldn't be asking our oppressor for our empowerment, pretty much. And I'm like, we can empower ourselves while demanding what is owed. And there's kind of a little divide. And we can disagree in the community. For people who haven't heard about what he says, I'm going to play it real quick.
Is this the right video?
Can y'all hear?
I'm
Oh, y'all
being
can hear.
dramatic. I'm just trying to get myself together.
Oh, this girl. Oh, I hate those
Like
people.
this.
Oh, hell. Sorry. This is somebody's fucking spam video. I'm like listening. I'm like,
That took the video.
She clicked
I'm
on
like-
the LGBTQ Netflix movie she was talking about.
no. Okay, so basically, because this, I hate people like this. I fucking hate them. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it on my phone.
No, what's funny
It's
about
on his
that is
Instagram
one
page.
time I was on this is when I used to be on my piracy wave back in the day, before Apple Music and shit. So I tried to download this Jasmine Sullivan song. It's still in love with another man, right? So I get the jump, right, on my phone. I go to play this song. It's a whole ass random nigga. If I could. I was like, what the fuck is... My man was crooning like shit. He sounded awful. But I was in tears. Because just imagine... this is like you go to Redbox to get a DVD or something. You get home and it's like somebody's home video that they made reenacting the movie.
I fucking
People
hate
used to
you
run
that do
with
that.
that. People
I
used
hate
to run
you.
with that,
If
man.
you do that, I fucking hate you. But this is Jay Morrison speaking. Right?
You refuse to do for your damn self. We saw this men with a level of respect to ask your former oppressor, your current oppressor, and former slave master's children to then do something for you. You refuse to do for your damn self. So before we can get somebody else to repair us or give reparation, now mind you, I say it's due. Listen, you owe me $10, now give me $9. I say it's due. But what I'm saying to us is we are fool to be hashtagging, tweeting, and talking about somebody else repairing us. Well, we can't even pick up a positive word to greet each other with. Hope man. Now, I got a whole path for reparations, and it starts with a public vote called a Black Vote Day, and we got to unify ourselves around one nationality. That nationality gets recognized by a sovereign nation. That sovereign nation gives us a seat at the World Court. Then we go to the World Court.
Okay,
and
we get pretty much what he's saying.
I'm with him.
Okay,
I'm still weak off the other. I'm sorry.
I know.
I
What do you?
listened, but
That's okay,
Yeah.
Boy.
What do you? Huh?
Yeah, it was like it was like an opening queef.
I'm like, because you know how sometimes the headphones be like not playing the whole thing. I'm thinking like, is it playing or
Oh,
what?
it's playing.
So Audrey, you know him well. I met him before at the All Black National Convention. I respectfully disagree. What are your thoughts on what he said?
So let's clarify what he said or what I got from it. Is we're owed reparations, but we shouldn't be waiting for it.
That's what I said.
That's what I got from it as well.
I'm not
From what I got, because he said, why ask your oppressor
to
for
do
it?
what you could
He
do
was like,
for
yes,
yourself.
but why would you ask them? So I
Okay.
didn't, yeah.
I mean, like, why not?
I would love to clarify exactly what he said. So
Okay.
and I'm just going to assume what he said for the sake of argument for right now. So I think what he said was, we're owed reparations, but don't just sit around waiting for it. I think what he's saying was, we should be doing things to get it, not just hashtagging for it.
Facts.
So be proactive about reparations. That's what I got from it. I agree with it, and Jay and I are very similar. We're very action oriented, and people who are hashtagger activists or activists kind of annoy the shit out of us.
Yeah.
So
Because they're not activists.
they're not activists.
Hashtivists.
They're hashtivists.
Yeah.
And I think that's what annoys them, because it's like, we could get reparations, but we got to have solidarity in the way we're moving and what we're doing. And again, so reparations fight, like, that's not my physical fight. I'm going to donate, and I got some ADOS t-shirts, and I'm going to donate to the cause and things like that. So it won't be my personal fight where I'm doing it every day, but I'm with it. I got other fights to fight.
Facts, yeah. So how I feel about it is, I'm very stern on like my idea on Black people, Black Americans getting reparations in this country because of what our ancestors had to go through, and then not even just that, like the residuals that came afterwards with Jim Crow and mass incarceration, and even to this day, certain things that systematically oppresses us. We do deserve something for that. Now, I'm not on the wave of sit around and just beg and protest and picket the government to get it. I think we should create those opportunities for ourselves, 100%. But we should not let up off them, because they are literally handing out wealth and recycling the wealth that our ancestors, like
Oh, yeah,
our
totally.
ancestors built. So, I don't think that some of the stuff like how we greet each other, because for the most part, I know Black people who treat Black people well for the most part. I don't think that's relative, because to me, I had just a problem with like how he put it out
his
there.
wording.
It's like, almost like he put it on us almost.
I get what you're saying with that.
Yeah,
get
I don't
what-
like
get what
that
you're saying
idea,
when-
because other people might get that and take that as in like, well, we don't deserve it because we don't even respect each other.
Yeah,
Well,
I get what you're
that
saying.
aspect
I
I
don't
don't
think
like.
that's what he was saying.
Okay.
And me knowing him, and I'm speaking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
him, and I hope he doesn't mind it. If someone came up and said, "Hey, Jay, I'm working operations. I need this from you," he'll take a strong look at that and he'll probably do it.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like people who just complain on the computer.
Okay. I can 100% respect that. Yeah. You were about to say something, Yada?
Yeah, it's kind of a moot point now.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go one step further. He'll probably do for someone he doesn't even like or agree
Mm-hmm.
with most time. He's a big picture dude. So
Yeah.
you know what, we disagreed on this, but I'm gonna still cut you a check. I'm still get the word out because
Yeah.
I'm down for the cause.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with his work. I'm a Tulsa real estate investor.
Yes.
I have stake in that. So I support him. I just those small nuances, that those things go viral, because I know I watch a lot of Black people speak poorly about reparations, or the fact that we don't deserve it based on something that's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? That's just like saying, you did something for me and didn't get paid for it, but because you're not a good father, I shouldn't give you the money back.
And I think that
Like-
that's part of your maturity, your emotional intelligence right there. You disagree with the way he worded that, but you still rock with the toast bun.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
just give me your money back. But some people will say, I disagree with that. F you, I need my money back.
No.
You know how to
Yeah, we know
compartmentalize.
we know what
Yeah.
people that typically is though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a respectful disagreement. But that's what we need in our community, more respectful
Yes.
disagreement. I disagree with this, but I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
It is
Just
what it
because
is.
you disagree with the situation, you don't disagree with the person per se.
No.
You just- like
Yeah.
that-
He does too many great things for
And
the
that is
community.
maturity.
Yeah, for
That
him
is
to take one
emotional
thing,
maturity.
Yeah, and to say like, oh, don't support him or whatever. No, what he's doing is great. And what he probably didn't even realize, because he was talking to a group of people at a corner class.
class, yeah.
So you get passionate and whatever like that. He probably was just trying to get them to look, this is what we need to do, respect each other or whatever. But when that type of thing goes viral, and then you got these people doing articles and saying this about it, and it's just like, because you have a movement of people who are speaking against Black people who are speaking against reparations,
Yeah,
and that kind of
yeah.
fuels that with
That's super weird.
with certain things. Well, a lot of them are not foundational Black Americans.
Cut me
who
a
are-
check. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be against.
Right. There are people who are against it, but there are people who
Yes.
are like foreign Blacks mostly who are against it, or just like coons.
That's
Yeah.
super.
It's sad.
Super.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Again, as the way this is going now, I won't get a check, but I'm fully in support of the movement. Again, I bought T-shirts and
Yeah.
I'm donating.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it. I don't need a check. I'm happy y'all get a check.
yeah,
Buy me some Applebee's or something. That'd be
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Applebee's, nah, man. We hired Applebee's, yo. We
Right.
A
No, we
Chili's.
want
Chili,
we got-
chili.
I have ancestors that I know of that my great grandparents were allowed to tell me about that was off of the ends of dealing with slavery and that type of thing. So I don't know. Like I'm down for the check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, and then
it should be.
we do what we want. It's not in the form of education. It's not
While
in
you
the form
at
of
it,
this,
Hack
it's
Sally
not-
Mae too. Shit.
Yeah, we're not far removed. I was reading, somebody said their grandfather, I forgot what city or state it was, but they became a police officer like in 1967. It was still illegal for a Black officer to arrest a white,
Wow.
no matter what crime they committed. You could not
Wow.
arrest a white citizen.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's in the 60s. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, we're not
And
that
just for
far removed
context,
from.
I want to get, I don't want someone to chop it up. And I'm Jamaican, so that's why I won't be getting a check.
Oh, okay.
I just want to clarify.
I'll
that
break you
point.
down.
okay,
I'll break you
okay.
down.
All right.
You my man.
I won't.
We'll
You got
buy
bread. I ain't
into
breaking down
your
shit.
businesses.
I'll break you down.
You
Hop
got
on it,
money.
hop
I
on it.
ain't
Yeah.
breaking down. She's like,
No, because it is important that people who are not foundational Black Americans don't do things to shit on the reparations movement.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
like I
It's
said, if
selfish.
you don't want to help,
Yeah.
just don't
Get out the way.
It
hinder.
is selfish,
That's
man.
all we ask.
It's a pushing the race forward. That's
Yeah.
the bottom line in my eyes.
Yes.
I don't got to be a part of it or a recipient of it. I'm going to still do my thing
Yeah.
from the sideline. It's all about the race going forward.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
If not,
helping.
that's some hate.
If I wasn't getting shit, I wouldn't be helping out.
No,
I wouldn't
because
hurt it. I would just shut the fuck up.
I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
let's be clear, there's a lot of Black Americans who have done so many things for other Blacks, you know, historically. So the fact that we aren't getting support in large numbers by people who are not Foundation Americans is very, very disturbing to me. Even like the Latin community, they're speaking against it too. Or, you know, they real quiet or they speak against it. And it's like, wow, like we're on the front lines of these other people's movements all the time. So we got to just know how to fall back, you know?
We got to know how to fall back and
Yeah.
focus. It's anything in business, right? You get better when you're more focused on have one stream of income, and then you go build out the other stream of income. This is the focus. It's intentional on who is here to help, and
Yeah.
then you scale up from there. But
Yeah.
stay focused on the cause. I'm digging
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Anything else y'all want to say before we close the show? All right, thank y'all so much for viewing and watching. I hope that this helped y'all. If you a Black millennial, Andre, some tips, quick tips for millennials to build wealth.
Yeah, I think long term, do things that will pay you when you're 50 or 60. Again, one of my favorites is real estate, and again, if you can't do it alone, you can invest in other groups with like $500 to $1,000, $1,500. We got a mobile barbershop in Atlanta, and I think I put in like $600 or $1,000 on that, and I own part of that. Group investing, whatever it takes. Do something that will help you retire.
Yes.
A Roth IRA, you put $3,000. So if you're 16 and a half and you put $3,000 in a Roth IRA, that same $3,000 will be worth $100,000 when you're 60. That same $3,000 will compound interest. Now, if you do it every year, you can imagine how much money you have.
Right.
Long-term stuff, delayed gratification. Be uncomfortable with something, and it will probably pay off. So if you don't want to rent out some rooms in your house now, but it will help you pay for student loans for within 2 years, opposed to 10 years, rent out those damn rooms and pay off those student loans.
Yes.
You're going to be uncomfortable. You are going to be annoyed, but it's better than having that debt over your head.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank y'all so much for viewing and listening. Shout out to our Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube. We fuck with y'all. I hope this helps y'all. And make sure y'all go check out his businesses and his websites. Google Andre C. Hatchett. Everything will come up. And we'll see y'all next time on No Disclaimers Podcast, baby.
What it do, baby?
why he had the middle finger on that?